Go.
Good morning, home.
Hello, Watson. Do you know what we need for this stream? We need to get a Deerstalker hat.
We say that at the end
I need
of every
some
stream.
costume.
Oh, and some cocaine.
I have got some of that actually in the back.
Right.
We're gonna have some of that in the break.
Okay, cool.
If you've got like a credit card and a dollar bill, we can roll up.
This is a man who knows his drugs. You can tell.
Well, you
He's
have
using
to have
all the lingo.
You have to use the dollar bill. If you don't,
The dollar
it doesn't
bill.
taste as good. Smell as good? Does it smell? I don't know.
I don't know.
What does
know.
cocaine smell of? Can someone smell some and tell me?
Yeah, I don't like cocaine. I just like the smell.
Hello, everyone in chat. Hello.
Hello.
Is it Good Friday today?
It's Good Friday. It's Bank Holiday Friday.
So yeah, 'cause I came into the office, literally empty.
no one's here.
I was like, is it the wrong day? Like, is it a Saturday? But I guess for me, like, and you, we don't follow really bank holidays. Whereas all of the people in the office, I guess,
They've got a 4-day weekend. I
they're
only
like,
checked
"Bam,
with you because I
holiday."
didn't know if the studio staff would be in.
Oh.
So I was thinking, like, is anyone going to be
I
here
wonder
to
why.
run?
I wonder why you sent that message.
Yeah. I didn't know if, like, anyone would be in to run the stream, but
I thought no, because you don't stream at the weekend anymore, do you?
no.
No.
I don't. I'm a Tuesday gal now.
So you might have the day off today. If you have the day off, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it's exciting. Apparently, it's going to be like swelteringly hot tomorrow as well.
It's going to be really nice. It's going to be a really nice Easter bank holiday. Looking forward to staying indoors.
Playing
and
games.
Opening the curtains every 20 minutes to just let the light in.
Yeah.
You know?
Try and like get a breeze in there to cool it down a bit.
Are you doing much this weekend on this Holy Jesus Rising?
Oh.
Ah.
Jesus Rising.
Just going to be doing that.
No, tomorrow I was streaming with the Rabs and Pairs, which is good fun.
He's just had a baby.
I know, he might not come in.
I was about to say, he's probably busy, isn't he?
He does normally stream from home, and the baby isn't requiring of his full attention all the time.
Yeah. I mean, they sleep a lot when they're just first born, don't they?
Also, you know, now he's daddy, he has an extra mouth to feed. He has to work.
That's true.
You know.
That baby's...
You need that immediately if that baby's not earning money.
Not for another, like, 18
Let's go
years.
back into the game. So, last week we were playing the Raven. The fat... Belgian
Swiss. No, he was Swiss. What was he?
detective.
Yeah.
So we should not call him fat. Portly. Well endowed.
Well endowed.
Yeah. A well-endowed gentleman. Detective.
With a massive...
Knock off
massive
Poirot. Yeah, discount
belly.
Poirot. And here he is. He's looking over at this sailing ship in sadness. Do you want to take over control, Lydia?
Yeah,
So basically, last week we were on a train, and there was a crime in London. The year is 1960.
Yeah, is it the 60s?
And there was a crime going on in London. And
Fine car, but
I
nothing
don't think he's
compared to
talking.
the young lady who owns it.
Hello.
oh, he's now perving
Hello?
immediately.
Hello.
An actress?
Also, he looks like he's
Nina's
slimmed down a bit
She's
since we last
certainly
played.
attracting a lot of attention.
Oh, come on then. Make your moves. Flirt
Amazing
with her.
How much luggage there is for so few passengers.
Can we get
And I
some
guess that's
audio
reported that
fixed,
it belongs
please?
to
Let's
the
just,
women.
before we carry on, there is crackling audio. I've got a lot of noise in the background. I've got I need the game to be a bit louder. We're gonna get some audio fixes up in here. Steve's not here, so it's TJ trying to fix this. So it might just be not fixed. Is what I'm saying. 'Cause TJ is going to do his best, but you know, like some of these, Steve doesn't like to tell anyone his secrets. Okay, Steve is like the guardian of getting things fixed, so he could take all the credit. You know, he's probably put like a little buzz box in. You know, you can buy like anti-buzz boxes. Steve's probably put loads in, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just unplug my buzz box. Oh, it's working, guys. It's working." Steve, you're amazing.
Incredible, Steve. And you, TJ.
And you. No, I'm only joking. We'll let you know if what's wrong. Well, let us know what's wrong. We'll try and fix it. There's like buzzing.
That little buzzy
There's
boy.
buzzy bees.
Buzzy bee.
Can we turn off like everything?
Just end the stream.
Slowly
Just
turn
cut
off
this,
things.
Just fucking shut this shithole down.
It's all right. So yeah. So last week, do you want to go through what happened last time?
Right. There was a robbery in a museum and the robber is called the Raven, but then he got apprehended, right? But then what seems to happen is someone will take the Raven's place. There's almost like a little group of people that sort of step in once he's been sent to prison.
There was a historic robber called the Raven.
Yeah.
And he was apparently killed by this inspector when
That's what I just said.
fell off the roof. But apparently he's back, though. He wasn't killed.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was someone took his place.
Well, it might be.
Oh, did I just imagine that?
Well, I don't think they ever saw the... I don't know if they ever, confirmed his death. You know, I think he fell into the water or something.
Oh, my God! The boat is called Miss Lydia.
That's right. Miss Lydia.
Ah! Sorry, I got
you
distracted.
Were a cameo.
You're
in a boat.
Big, massive boat. Big, old, chunky boat, Lydia. Sorry, carry on. I got distracted.
It's
very
the game
excited,
audio
though.
that's buzzing. It's better, Mazendi. Mazendi, Rip, you fucking died yesterday. Are you okay?
Lydia is right. I was right.
Jerry Bean Man, he's in chat. Oh my God. There's a guy called Jerry Bean Man.
I know Jerry.
That's
Bean Man.
a Chilluminati thing. Is the Chilluminati in today? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a bit of a... shouldn't be any different to normal the Yogscast
I think it's a normal. It's Shin and Duncan, and then Chilluminati. It's Lydia on Lydia.
So yes, so basically there was a crim happened
A crim happened.
ages ago,
Yeah.
and then recently a jewel went missing from London, a heist,
It was
and some useless detectives couldn't stop it from happening. But then there's a second gem, the partner of the first,
Yeah.
that's being delivered to Egypt to be shown off on display, and we were put on a Swiss train through the Alps
Yeah.
to protect it.
And there was a setup to try and catch the Raven, but it all went tits up,
Yeah.
and the bomb went off.
He blew up the
He
train.
blew up the train, that cheeky boy, bugger. And then now we're on the way to Egypt.
Well, it turns out the gem wasn't in the train after all. It was just a dummy.
It was a dummy.
trap.
It was a fake.
But the Raven blew that up, blew
Yeah.
up the fake.
He knew.
And now we're trying to con our way onto the boat to try and defend. Because from now on, they're like, we don't need you, fat man.
They
Everything's gone wrong.
never really needed us, did they?
No. we kind of just did it.
We just wouldn't leave.
We just like detective stories and we want to be
We're just
involved.
very lonely since Patricia left us.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to keep ourselves busy, really.
Oh, Patricia.
Oh, Patricia, you beautiful flower.
She was so the light of our lives.
Always too good for us.
Yeah.
And she met that young horse man. Man with horses.
Horse man. Yeah.
And ran off with him.
Called
On a horse.
Stanley.
Stanley!
That was the horse.
Yeah, that was the horse, Stanley!
And the man was Lee. Stan and Lee.
Stanley.
Yes. The combination of horse on man. Stanley. Mm.
So now we're trying to get with this woman to fill the void that Patricia left.
Look up close.
TJ, it sounds much better.
Oh, someone says this hidden box is still a bit of static.
Oh, it's not too bad though.
Is it fine?
Comparatively.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting anyone to be crawling around on the ground in front of my door.
Don't worry about it,
Yes,
miss.
What
No
happened?
harm done.
He was like on the floor. And
Why
she
did he
opened the
creep
door.
up on
I
you?
don't know. Jacob.
Oh gosh.
She's very tall. But she's got heels on. That'd be
Do you
like
think-
me. That's me and you.
Do you think this is Miss Lydia?
This is Miss Lydia. And this is Mr. Lewis. What is your
May I
name?
ask your name?
Patricia Mayers.
Are you American?
Patricia!
Could you help me, please?
It's fate.
I just said Patricia, didn't
Yeah,
I?
that's his ex-wife. Which you made up. This is... This is why you're on there.
Oh my
See, I'm
God.
the one who makes the rational things. You're like a psychic.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
You're like a Ouija board.
Jesus Christ! How did that happen? That's so many names in the world. How the fuck did that happen? Miss Lydia, guessing her name.
Calm yourself, woman.
can't.
I need to grab you and shake you.
Oh my God! It's
you on
our
your
ex-fucking wife.
Yes.
Are you on holiday?
My father works for a railroad company there.
And is rebuilding the country after the war. Wonderful.
Yes. Wonderful.
Oh.
Okay,
One
all right.
more.
One more. Just putting them on the floor, not really
You're
helping.
lucky
Great
to have
luck.
a father who takes you to so many interesting places.
Oh, yes. Lucky me.
Aren't you interested in Egypt? The pyramids, the history.
I would have been more interested in a father who doesn't travel 300 days a year.
I'm sure your father regrets that he can't always be with you.
No doubt. And I'm sure he always wanted the best for me. But that doesn't stop him from thinking only about himself far too often.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
wow.
a bitch.
Bring my luggage on board.
Check out my armpit.
Excuse me,
Why is she? It's very well shaded.
pertinent.
She wants you to take the luggage on board.
I'm doing the lottery. Like, oh shit.
And you going to do that?
I can't.
Okay.
It doesn't give me a chance.
We need to smuggle ourselves on board. How do we do it?
Okay.
I
Is the
think
doctor afraid to board
getting
the
one of the
ship?
luggages.
I think we're a bit big, aren't we? Look at that little chub and tuck. Like, I don't think we can fit. Talk to this bald man.
The
Hello.
hero of the hour.
That's me. That's me.
The hero of the hour. But
Can we
out
get the
of
volume
work
up a
soon.
little bit
Oh,
so
you
the
won't be a
track can hear?
policeman anymore?
Because there's a lot of
Yes,
voice acting
but
and
on
stuff.
my old
Yeah.
beat, which is almost as good as being out of work.
I understand.
Is
this
your new
German
job
man?
This is
bothering
a German
you?
man, yes.
On the contrary, I wasn't sure whether I made the right decision until now. I'm from the Black Forest, you know. There are only mountains there. No ships. But now... the salty breeze, the atmosphere... I think I want to stay at sea forever.
Who is this man?
He was. I can't really
The sea
remember.
is
Is he
one
on the
thing,
boat?
He was. He
Up
was
with
on the
passengers
train.
are another.
Oh, sorry,
it
yeah.
will be okay.
He was on the train.
He was on the train. Yes.
What do you know about the Baroness?
Nothing really.
Did you talk to her in the tunnel?
No. Her butler was looking after her. And I was busy with Miss Miller. As you can imagine, it was a shock for her to see her son rolling away on a burning train.
That's understandable.
So, we were all glad when we heard about your brave deed.
Have you already met the captain?
Mario Di Conti. Heard of him?
Should I have?
He is something of a star.
Oh,
in
hello.
Italy.
He's like us,
A
but
war
evolved.
hero. In the First World War, when he was
The
a young
final
man,
evolution.
he sank more enemy ships than anyone else. In the Second World War, well, he had some personal problems.
You mean like the ones you buy in bottles and pillboxes?
Yeah, you could say that. Anyway, sending him into combat was out of the question. They gave him a supply ship instead. And he became a hero again. His ship, part of a convoy from Palermo to North Africa, was the only one that made it, with an extra 100 seamen who he rescued from the other ships.
Impressive.
To say his health is rather shaky these days would be an understatement. I think most of my time on board will be spent dealing with his numerous...
So he's a
ailments.
drug addict?
Well, there's
Is
nothing
that what you were
left for
saying?
me to do but to wish you a good trip.
Prescription drug addict.
You are not coming with us?
Unfortunately, no. I'm to go back to Zurich.
What a pity.
Maybe it's just
Take care,
trouble.
Dr. Gebhardt.
Oh, I just remembered. We found these in the tunnel. Are they yours?
I'm afraid so.
Strophantine. Do you have heart problems? Maybe it's for the best that you're not coming along. Too much excitement could be bad for your health.
You mean if I don't do anything, I'll probably have a few more years to live?
That's right. Keep your chin up.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Oh, it's a bit sad, isn't
A
it?
bit sad. Death is. Oh. Why you do that? It's affecting like the turtles, mate. All right. Baroness, let's chat to you, love.
Why would we chuck our heart medication away?
I have no idea. That makes no sense. Either it wasn't ours, but then why would we still chuck it away?
Why would we say thank you?
Thank you.
Get it back.
James!
Is this the Baroness?
She is
Where on
looking
earth are you?
very
Hello,
tasty.
Baroness.
Ah, Inspector.
Constable.
Poppycock. You won't be a constable much longer. When they find out how you rescued that little boy, they'll have to promote you to Inspector.
Very kind of you to say so, Baroness. I hope you survived the adventure in the tunnel unharmed.
Scandalous. You book a first-class cabin, and then you're walking on the rails. Huh. They wanted to bundle me off in a bus without my luggage.
The circumstances, madam.
I insisted on a limousine and didn't leave until all my luggage was recovered.
Okay.
Did you know that the real Eye of the Sphinx wasn't even on the train?
I had no idea. Inspector Legrand seems to prefer to keep me in the dark, although I'm the one paying for all of this.
The inspector is ensuring the safety of the Eye.
Well, obviously. All the same, it was you who did the real work on the train.
I hope that the remainder of your trip to Cairo will be less stressful.
You aren't coming with us.
I'm afraid Inspector Legrand doesn't want my company.
We could dress up
where's
like
my damn
her.
butler?
We'd actually look quite similar.
She looks like a well-decorated Easter egg. Just Ayame
Then,
saying.
is the inspector to carry my luggage onto the ship all by himself?
Well, actually...
Oh,
Baroness?
fuck.
Baroness, can you hear me? She fainted.
No. No.
Baroness?
Slap me harder.
Can you hear me?
Help me up.
Of course, this is the
Perhaps we
60s.
No.
That was totally normal. Not the only time you could slap a woman
I'll
either.
get Dr. Gebhardt.
You're being hysterical, woman. Any excuse.
A little moment of weakness.
Being hysterical, not being hysterical.
But of course, madam.
Oh God, I thought she was going to kiss him.
So what did
There
she
was
see?
no
She
moment
saw
of
something
weakness.
which
She
freaked her
saw
out.
something that shocked her. Or someone. Very interesting. Especially since she doesn't want to admit it.
Did she saw a murder?
Did she saw a
She
murder?
would have said if she
Fine
saw a murder.
automobile.
Oh,
But not
let's
even
give her
a
a thing.
stately sedan like this can handle all the Baroness's luggage. She was lucky that the second and third freight cars weren't buried in the tunnel. Most.
Why does the Baroness
Ooh,
need
what
so
did
many
she see?
Lots of different fancy dresses.
frocks?
Hey.
Neither of them seems to have noticed what happened down here. You'll have a tough time with her. How does one get aboard without a ticket? Not brilliant, but it's a possibility.
Okay. Let's see. We've got binoculars and a wallet. We've looked all around here.
So we're at the docks.
What's this guy?
Constable Oliver. Who's that? Maybe she needed that heart medication you just threw away.
Maybe she just had a mini heart attack. So for this stream, we wouldn't have a deerstalker. What would we have?
Constable
Like
Oliver seems to be a
a
little
fake mustache and a
simplistic.
McDonald's uniform.
But I don't think he's a bad policeman. The way he reacted in the tunnel and got the train moving. Hats off.
Yeah, so Detective Discount Poirot is a bit of a creep, right?
He is kind of creepy.
I mean, he creeped up on
Hello,
lady.
Like
Constable
lying on the
Olivia.
floor, crawling along.
What was he trying to get? Like an upskirt?
I think he was trying to get a little cheeky upskirt.
And then he snaps old Baroness.
Just
but
gives
she-
her a big
But he's straight in there, feeding her up, isn't he? She
Yeah,
collapses.
wake up! You know?
Exactly. It's just, come on.
That's something not quite right with this guy.
I just
Although he
wanted
has
to
slimmed
say
down
that
a
you
little.
He's
did
got a
good
lot thinner,
job in
isn't
the
he?
tunnel.
Maybe he's the Raven.
How do you know how to get the train moving?
I come from a family of miners, and my uncle is an engine driver down a mine.
Let's see.
He's very quiet.
And you
He
looked
is. He's
over his
quiet for
shoulder.
some reason.
Best way to learn.
Right.
Did
Okay.
Legrand tell you about his theory? That it could be the real Raven?
Of course he did. We're partners.
But the modus operandi doesn't fit at all. The Raven wasn't a bomber.
We have the letter. And the feather. That's his symbol.
Well, it's very
Anyone
easy to
can
fake
put
a
feather
symbol.
in an envelope.
Well,
You would
there you
know.
go.
What's that supposed to mean?
It was you.
What was me?
You put the
So
envelope
what?
on the safe.
To blow myself up?
You threw the bomb away, and now you're the famous hero, right? And the Raven must have paid you pretty well.
That is
It
ridiculous.
does a good theory.
Is it? Only you and I and Legrand were in the
Except-
freight car. One
I am
of us
far
must have
too
put the
fat to
envelope-
climb on top of the train car.
But he's not even. Like, this guy's bigger than him. If anything, we're quite slim now.
Maybe we were wearing like a pregnancy thing before
This
to
you
hide
fake
like
belly.
how fat we were.
Okay.
So no one would suspect us of being the fatty.
The fat man.
The fat man.
Someone asked about Broken Sword. I have played Broken Sword.
I
love
am
Broken Sword.
the fat man. So wait, look, if this stream is just going to be us playing through these sort of games, fuck it, you know, it's an excuse to
Oh,
do
who
stuff.
do we have here?
I
I
love
love these.
I
kind
love
of
it.
This
games.
is Constable Anton Zellner.
Signor Zelna, I heard about your feats in the mountains. Welcome aboard the MS Lydia.
Thank
That's
you,
what I
Captain.
say.
I thought they were gonna let us
Taking
on.
part in the journey, but I'm glad to have you with us. I'll have a nice cabin prepared for you immediately.
The constable will not be joining
See, there you
us.
go,
He
yeah.
has other duties.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to hear
What are you
about
giggling
his
about?
adventures from
I
the
said
man's
something,
side.
but you didn't hear it.
Oh.
I'd like
Jenny
to
to
accept your
Egypt.
offer, but unfortunately, higher powers prevent it.
I am sorry to hear that. We are by no means full and have plenty of room for one more passenger.
The constable just wants to have a quick look around and then leave before we set sail. When will that be?
In about 15 minutes.
All right, so we're just gonna hide somewhere.
There you have it, constable.
Their faces are so weird, aren't they? Like, look at this.
I like all the chin
The
fat.
little globules of fat.
May
Suspicious.
I ask
chips.
how to get to the cargo hold?
Oh, signori, there are much nicer places on board.
But I'm interested in the cargo hold.
Why is that?
One of the trunks seems suspicious to me. Someone could be hidden in it.
You... you want to imply that the most brilliant and probably richest thief in all of Europe is stowing away in a trunk? That's not his style.
That's what makes it more
like Tony
likely
Wonder.
that it's not him, but a copycat who's behind all this. And the copycat style might include doing whatever
What?
it takes, like hiding
What?
in the trunk if they've lost the ticket.
It's alright.
Okay,
He looks like a face from Guess Who, yeah.
Oh, wait, who's Tony Wonder?
Tony Wonder's the magician from Arrested Development.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
It's good.
I'm sorry.
It's good. Just check
What
it
do
out.
you mean?
Yeah.
You can't buy a ticket for the Lydia at the counter. You book the trip in advance. We know the names of all the passengers. As long as
What are
a
you doing
passenger is on
Friday,
board,
next Friday, 11 till 2?
we let them board the ship. It doesn't matter if they have a ticket or not.
And did any of the passengers board without a ticket?
I couldn't say. We ask for a name and check it on the list. The tickets are no more than souvenirs for the passengers.
So much for your trunk theory.
Regardless of what you say, I would still like to examine the cargo hold.
All right then, if you like. But we'll meet here again in 10 minutes. Captain De Conti, before we depart, I'd like to send 2 telegrams.
Certainly, Inspector. The cargo hold is over there. You can enter through a door on the forecastle. The horn will sound twice, 5
The
minutes
forecastle.
before we set off. That's the signal for all the dock workers to leave the ship.
Understood, Captain.
Follow me to the bridge. You can send your telegrams from there.
Good voice acting. I will
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, it's
Running
good.
out. If I don't find anything in the cargo hold, my
eyes are so
cruise will be
dead.
over before it even begins.
Right.
God, I wish I hadn't thrown my heart
Oh.
medication outside.
Why did he do that? I can't think of any plausible reason why he threw away that heart medication.
Oh fuck! Now we're plunged into darkness.
What?
Okay, we need.
Give the opera glasses to the Baroness
need a-
or her butler.
Why
light
are we in
switch.
As soon as I
darkness?
have a chance.
I guess it's very dark in here. Go into
Go
the dark.
into the dark.
It's too dark in here. I can't
No
see
shit.
my hands in front of my face, let alone look for clues.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We
look.
need some
That's
gamma.
the young woman's cabriolet.
We need some
Apparently,
gamma
they
up in here.
absolutely
Why is this
had
game
to
doing
take
this
Why
to
is
us?
it? It keeps doing these
Daddy's
scenes where
expense,
we're
of
just in
course.
pitch black. So is there a light switch? Am I just supposed to like aimlessly look around for a light switch?
Yeah, mouse around.
If I go now, Legrand would be adamant that I leave the I can't let it come to that.
All right, all right. Okay, so we can't leave.
Just mouse around on the floor
Mouse
around
around.
us.
Search the locker, but he'll just say, "I can't see anything."
Well, maybe.
The door to this locker is ajar.
How can you tell?
What's this thing here?
Empty.
Oh, is that just a mark on my screen?
I've got it as well. I think it's just like a slither of a light, maybe? But that makes it seem like there's a door.
What am I
there.
dealing with here? This is mental.
Why did they just put us in a pitch?
Why would anyone do that? Oh, hang on. We got this thing.
Like, we don't even have... Search the locker. Oh, wait.
Oh, God, it's moving. The screen's moving.
I won't.
Oh, hang on. There we go.
Aha.
Look.
Aha!
Ah, what's this?
Ah.
Aha!
Okay, here we go. It's a Blind Person Simulator 2019. That game design was garbage. Yeah, I thought that blue thing was a mark on my monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's safe.
There's a safe, but we can't interact with it.
Jesus Christ, I mean, this place is a disaster. Anyone could be hiding down here.
It's a bit spooky, isn't it? Alright, let's have a little wander. Okay, I can't interact really with anything on this screen.
No, you can hit the little thing up at the top. The thingy, yeah.
There we go.
Examine the chest.
Hello? Come on out. The game's up. I'm opening the trunk.
What the fuck? Who's in there?
Oh, someone's already got out of that.
Ooh.
Hello?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
We were right after all.
I thought that was just an excuse to get on the train.
So that counter
boat.
is like our adventure points. And apparently we got so many adventure points. Oh, the shards of
Ooh,
glass.
There we go.
Why does this game do this to us?
Shards
Why
are-
is it doing this?
Is that a
I
bird?
startled too easily.
It did.
Or
It
rat?
sounded like a little.
Is it like a squeaky...
There's
a guy behind us.
someone behind us!
Oh my god.
Oh, it's turned into a horror game. Not that I could really see what was behind us. I just saw like a flicker. Holy shit bags!
What was that? Someone shoot a gun.
Someone is on Lydia with no ticket. Hello?
Okay, we have to escape.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just... No, he's taking all my stuff. That asshole.
What can we reach? What's that thing on the...
Come on. Do a little scoozy. Okay.
Okay, that's not going
Okay.
to work. What about that other thing next to us?
Pull the cloth.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Now there's a thing on the floor. Use the flat iron with, like, our head.
The crate.
The crate.
Yeah, we can stick it in there.
Like, prise it open.
Wedge it open.
Right. Go through. Okay.
Go through fetters.
What?
Oh, there's this... It's like a saw
Quite
in there.
convenient that this
Oh, we're
happens to
using
be
a
right
saw.
next to us, isn't it?
Box of saws.
Box of saws just happens to be next to us. as
Thank
we-
God for that.
Jesus.
What's that thing next to us on the top of the crate?
Here?
Yeah.
Aha. It's helpful that he left a knife just stuck in a box next to us as well. Okay. Do I have the... No.
Okay, we've cut our feet, so we should be able to kick stuff now.
Yeah.
Can we walk?
Nope.
Give us a... What about the knife underneath? Can we get it? No. Okay. Give us an exclamation. Oh, right. Use the crane controls. Sure.
Right. We're being so cheesy, aren't
Why
we?
wouldn't someone just come down and find us?
Maybe they're all...
I mean, if we didn't meet up after 10 minutes.
Yeah, wouldn't they be like, where is he?
Yeah.
Maybe he
Unless
must
it
still
was
be on the
him.
boat. What, the guy leading the operation? That guy with glasses?
Yeah, it was him.
I think the doctor's suspicious.
It's the inspector, I think.
Oh, God. It's like some kind of torture device.
What's fucking going on?
I don't know. Oh, fuck. That would hurt.
Ow.
Oh, what is he doing? Breaking. Oh, why is it... All the noises.
Ouch. Damn.
I mean, that seems like a very ridiculous way of breaking free. I think we've broken our shoulders and our face.
Well,
Maybe that's his kink. He is a creepy guy. Very
what, he wants to be
creepy.
tied up? He engineered this
Suspended
whole
from the
thing.
ceiling.
Imagine if you went downstairs and just saw him like, just tied to a chair.
Hair stuck to the pipe.
It's yours.
Yours, isn't it?
Yeah, I really can't afford to lose.
Oh dear.
No,
I'll hold it on the blood-spattered end. After all, we already know who the victim is.
Why don't we hold it on the non-blood splattered end?
Why would you? Yeah.
Like, why are you specifically holding it on the
What?
side with blood?
Detention cell for crew members? Or maybe for rowdy passengers?
Picks it up and glues back to head. Gosh.
The cargo hold seems to be used as a changing room for the crew as well. Or at least the part of the crew that doesn't do the
Oh,
work in
okay,
white
so we can get
suits.
dressed up as a crew member. Right?
Yeah, well.
No, it's not giving me that option.
A chair is the last thing I need right now. I was sitting long enough over there in the corner.
Do we show Bob's, please?
The shot hit this crate. The question is,
Show your
Bang.
bobs.
was the
What the
gunman
hell?
actually trying to hit it? And if so, why? Maybe the gunman just wanted to intimidate me. I can't imagine a more effective warning.
So hang on. So there's a crate here with a bullet hole in it.
Yeah, the gunman shot at it for some confusing reason.
Someone shot at it, yeah. Was it the guy who took us? Must have been.
But why?
But wouldn't anyone have heard that as well?
It's too dark to make out anything inside the hole.
Right, we need
I
like
should
a
take a closer look later.
flashlight.
Like a torch.
A torch?
Jerry Beanman says, cheer 200 budget Poirot time, boys. Great stream to watch with a post-birthday hangover.
Ah, happy belated birthday, Jerry Beanman.
Yeah.
Hope
Gamers.
you had a good celebration.
Gamers 007, thank you for your Twitch bits. And also Dragstar donated some Twitch bits. It says, happy Bam. It's Pam Day.
It's Pam Day.
What does that mean, Lydia?
So I'm getting a kitten later,
Oh, no way.
and she's called Pam.
You look so delighted.
I am so delighted. I'm so excited.
Have
I
you
can't hide it.
got any animals at the moment?
Whoever
I do,
locked the
I've got
door is stronger
Hastings.
than
You've
me.
already got a cat.
Yeah.
You're getting another cat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. They'll
Double
love each
cat.
other.
Yeah.
Double cat. I'm so excited. Bam, it's Pam.
Pam Day.
But
Whoever
Hastings is
locked the
pretty
door
chill.
stronger
Hastings is
than
named
me.
after Poirot's sidekick. This, you know, I'm a big lover of the murder mysteries. But I couldn't find a cool murder mystery name for Pam. As in for the kitten I'm getting. So she's named Pam.
What? Where did that come from?
So, Stardew Valley, the character Pam who lives in the trailer and the alcoholic.
Okay.
And also from Archer.
Okay. Oh.
Two Pams that I really like. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Can we do this? Come on. No.
Oh, you
should
kind
be
of
careful.
almost did.
Yeah.
The gunman may still be nearby.
The Battle of Hastings is upcoming. Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Tonight's gonna be interesting. Uh-oh.
What are you up to, Zelna?
Why are you
The real
threatening me?
question is, why are you threatening me with a gun?
Don't push your luck, Zelner. Why didn't you leave the ship as we agreed?
I was jumped in the cargo hold.
Of course you were.
Here, look. Careful how you hold it. There could be fingerprints on the end.
Surely you don't expect me to believe you.
I was inspecting the trunk. I found it in the cargo hold, and it was clear that someone had hidden inside it to board the ship.
Why
Some
did we sniff his
people are
gun?
willing to go to great
see if he was the one who
lengths to
shot
be
the
part
shot.
of this journey.
Indeed. Whoever it was, they struck me on the head from behind with the pipe while I was looking for clues. Oh, and they shot at me as well.
Ridiculous. You wanted to come along. Orders be damned, and so you found a way to stay here. I should throw you overboard.
I would have dreamed up something less painful.
True. That doesn't look good.
See? And there's a bullet wedged in a wooden crate down there. I don't have a gun.
The doctor should have a look at it. Come with me.
Okay. What's that? Is that like bowls? Whatever it's called.
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch. On an adult cruise.
Inspector Legrand.
She needs a fucking heart medicine.
Constable Zelna. So
God,
you
they
have
look like
decided
they're
to
just
join us on our
in a
journey after all.
disaster. Like,
So it
fuck.
would seem.
They had
We
so
are
much
searching
cocaine.
for Gebhardt.
I'm
God.
just fine, Captain
Oh, she's
Conte.
sloshed.
The Conte.
I'm in control. I can manage. Tell James he absolutely must wake me at 9:45.
Certainly, madam.
Absolutely.
I shall see that he does.
And now I shall return to my chambers.
That's what I'm going to be like tonight.
You'll be in the bar tonight at 10, Inspector.
If that's what you wish.
It will be spectacular. I promise.
Oh, God.
Is that her room there?
She's been on the Jaeger bombs.
Everyone just looks at each other.
Like-
Campaign to many. But I'm glad that you decided to join us on our journey to Cairo.
Not quite voluntarily.
So he says.
I was jumped from behind.
Not to the good kind.
No, that is...
Dr. Gebhardt should have a look at him, Captain De Conte.
Of course. Please, have a seat in the saloon, Constable Zelna. I'll summon the doctor. Ah,
This is like a wholesome
there
show
you
you'd
are,
watch on a
our
Sunday
brave
afternoon with your mum.
Constable
It
and
is,
stuff.
isn't it?
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
attacked.
Struck on the head.
Oh,
It is
sit down,
really.
please.
Now, please, tell me exactly what happened.
Well,
I
why
got
didn't anyone
jumped.
look for me?
I
Well, I'll
think
say
you've
it.
got a story on board. I was jumped.
Intolerable. I'll have the crew search every nook and cranny of the ship. And of course, Mr. Zelna, you are cordially invited to travel as our special guest.
Good to know that at least one man doesn't want to throw me overboard.
Is it bad?
Yes, it hurts a lot.
I spoke with Dr. Gebhardt.
He suffered a violent blow to the back of the head. I cannot really say how bad it is.
But I can. It really hurts.
Yeah.
Why didn't anyone
Why
look for me?
didn't anyone come looking for me? Didn't anyone notice that I didn't come back from the cargo hold?
We did search for you, but we couldn't find you.
Who was supposed to search the cargo hold?
Constable Oliver. I'll have a talk with him about that later.
I should hope so.
How many fingers do you see?
Well, it... 3? It's like that Inglorious Bastard
Well, no, it's
movie.
technically 4 fingers and a thumb.
Because... but I don't have that option.
But there's 5 fingers there.
5
I see
fingers.
5 fingers. 3 of them stretched out.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
That was like a little detective puzzle.
Very nice. Because isn't that how... Have you seen Inglorious Bastards, whatever that movie is? In the bar scene where he's like, I'll take two drinks, but then they knew he wasn't German because he did that, and you're supposed to do that.
Oh, yes, you're right.
And
It's
that's
like
how
a
we-
giveaway.
Yeah, it's a giveaway, because usually you'd say, how many fingers do you
They'd
see?
say 2, do they, in Germany?
2. Is that right? That movie?
Instead of 2.
All right.
That's how you
are
got
we?
given
And
away.
what time is it? I must have been out for ages.
It's
Pedantic
just after
little
8
shit.
p.m.
It is.
We'll all meet here in the saloon at 10 o'clock to have a
3
drink
or
together.
3.
Greeting the
Say
passengers
3,
personally
wouldn't you?
is
You wouldn't
tradition
say
I
3.
will not break, even on
say
this
3.
unusual
Spoilers.
journey.
You're all right now, Constable.
Fucking 5-year-old
The
movie.
bleeding has stopped.
Probably older
and
than that
you
now. It's been out for
looks
ages,
good.
isn't it?
You may have a mild concussion. You just need a good night's sleep. And tomorrow, your only worries will be a headache and an impressive bump.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
You do have
Thanks.
an impressive...
That's a good enough reason to celebrate. Enough about crooks and thieves. From now on, you can
Has
start
someone
to
spiked
enjoy your
that lady's drink, so she'll purposely be knocked out?
Oh,
Just saying, putting it out there.
don't think she needed any spiking.
What?
A dark shadow. Upper deck, just now.
Go. Let's have a look.
I'll join you. Me too.
No, you stay here.
Do you want to make this an argument?
Ooh.
Go to the Baroness and don't let her out of your sight. Zellner, you're coming to the port side. Doctor, you go to starboard. I'll start at the forecastle and work my way back to the two of you. Understood?
The forecastle.
What?
Forecastle.
Foxhole. How do you say fox? Telling you,
Baroness von Trebitz.
bitch is dead.
Hello? Baroness von Trebitz?
Hello?
Open the door.
She's drunk and passed out, naked.
God, no.
Do not want to go in there.
All right.
Dr. Gebhardt
Is this
insisted
a
on
booty
coming
call?
along, but now he doesn't seem to be sure if that was a good idea.
All right, come on. I'll open the door. I've got a bloody pipe with me. Oh, no. Don't do No.
Can we go out onto the, we need to go out onto the, leave him there.
Leave him, okay.
That's his job.
All right, leave him.
We need to go outside, don't we?
All
yeah.
right, Doc. I'm off.
Oh no, I'm not going on a manhunt all by myself.
So he's not covering the left side like he was supposed to.
Aha.
Fuck's sake.
This is where it all goes wrong. Oh, it's all nice and dark
Are you
again.
okay?
I can't see shit.
Maybe you had better take a rest, in case the blow was more severe.
I am probably concussed.
I think he's just seasick. Oh, alright.
Zellner, up here.
Come on. I think it came from up there.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Sure, you just wanted to get a breath of fresh air.
He's found someone. A passenger.
Zellner, look who we have here.
Well, if that's not our shadow.
And our stowaway.
Spent any time hiding in a trunk recently?
Me do nothing.
He claims to be part of the crew. Just wanted to get some fresh air.
Of course.
The Baroness won't open the door, sir.
Understood. Take him to the detention cell, Robert.
A dark shadow.
I think you're right. I think it's this detective guy.
You were right. There was a stowaway.
Yes, but he can't be the Raven. He's too young.
Right, but that doesn't mean that the Raven isn't lurking here as well.
What was that?
A shot.
It came from
God's
one of
sake.
the cabins.
What the fuck is
What
going
the
on?
fuck is going on?
It's just chaos. Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus. She's definitely dead, isn't she?
Oh no. Baroness von Trebitz? Baroness, open the door.
Not really putting much of it in there. Bang! Oh, gosh. She's well dead. Oh, my God.
Step aside, please.
Her skin.
We have a murder on our hands, gentlemen. Hurry, Zellner. The murderer still has to be nearby.
Well, we were all upstairs.
Was she
No one
actually
on deck.
shot?
Anyone who's outside is a suspect. This time we'll get him.
Oh, God.
Zellner, are you okay?
Yes. Come on. We have to.
Oh,
Zellner.
Christ.
Zellner!
There's
We're
been a
too old.
double meltdown.
There! We're too old for this.
Kev, come. The murderer has to be nearby. Murder on the Lydia. We are the fucking shittiest detective ever.
Yeah, we are. We get knocked out,
Ah,
pass
awake.
out,
Sleep well, did you?
try and look at some woman's dress.
Yeah.
What is the status of the investigation?
Save your breath.
Shut up.
Of the investigation.
Don't take that tone with me. While you were sleeping, we were working.
All right.
Have you arrested
suspects.
anyone yet?
You mean besides the Arab?
He could hardly have committed the murder. You must have been with him when it happened.
We heard the shot on the forecastle. I locked our friend in the detention cell in the cargo hold, and then went up to assist Legrand. You were already sleeping the sleep of the just.
I didn't pass out last night because of the blow to my head, did I?
Seems unlikely. Inspector Legrand thinks you were drugged.
Well,
But
someone
how?
handed me a drink.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
they?
we have the drink.
captain.
They spiked the drink, and she'd drunk a lot.
Oh, that's what I said, right? She was drugged.
Captain de Conti.
Interesting.
I did say they'd be doing drugs.
It's a strong thing.
I didn't think it was. I thought they knew they were doing
It should be
drugs.
possible to find traces of the tranquilizer in
I mean, the
the
captain
glass.
did
That
pass
is
us the
exactly
glass.
what Legrand is trying to do.
Without a laboratory?
Oh, he's got a lab. His cabin is packed with all the latest forensic stuff. It's quite impressive what the inspector can do.
A competent man, no doubt. And surprisingly well prepared.
And diligent. He's been at it all night with his brushes and scissors
very
and glasses and
suspicious.
everything, working like a man possessed. I wouldn't want to be the Raven now.
Besides the Arab, has anyone else aroused your suspicion?
No. Seconds after the alarm went off, the decks were swarming with frightened passengers.
Yes. A clever way to stay incognito,
Incognito.
during the commotion.
But we
I
still
have
our
worked with him
primary
before.
suspect, the Raven.
Incognito,
You really
the
think
great
he's
French
returned?
detective.
Well, I think that no one knows as much about the Raven as
So
Legrand.
lame.
But still, it all seems so incredible.
Oh, fucking hell. All right.
What's the state of play?
Come on, I
How
want to
was
solve
the
some fucking
Baroness
crimes.
The Baroness was shot in the chest at close range.
Oh, she was
She
shot.
was
Once the
shot,
doc finishes
okay.
Examining the body in the medical centre.
And no one saw anything suspicious.
So who the hell was
No
in
one
there
saw a
with her?
shadowy Raven leaving the Baroness's cabin, if that's what you mean. A
What?
lot of people heard the gunshot. Inspector Legrand wants to question the passengers again this morning, once they've all calmed down, and he's had a chance to examine the evidence.
Evidence.
I suppose that you and Legrand inspected the crime scene and the surroundings.
We need to
Of
get that
course,
bullet out of the
and we
cargo
already hit
hold.
the jackpot.
We
The
need
murder
a
weapon.
torch, don't
They
we?
found the
Really?
murder weapon.
Where did you find it?
On the gangway. The gangway for boarding the ship folds up and hooks onto the hull when it's not being used. The murderer probably wanted to throw the gun into the sea. He casually dropped it overboard.
But it landed on the gangway.
Bad luck.
But Legrand and I were on the side deck right after the shot. There was no one there.
Maybe the murderer threw the gun away later. We recovered it in the early hours.
I think I'll look for Inspector Legrand.
Who
now.
found it?
Do what you think's best.
You won't get rid of me. I'm here to stay, Constable Oliver.
Be that as it may, Inspector Legrand ordered me to guard the cargo hold with our special guest. That's fine by me. Inspector Legrand may be able to get by without sleep for days on end, but not me. It's not easy playing with the big boys, Constable Zellner.
No, it certainly isn't.
Right.
Don't worry, Fatty. I'll take over. I got it from here.
Okay.
Let's help us some breakfast
Let's have some
buffet.
breakfast buffet. Bit of
I would
sausage,
like
some
yes, I'd like a
eggs.
full plate of eggs,
Side of
bacon, beans,
cheese,
mushrooms,
Continental.
fried bread,
croissants.
a little bit of hash brown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Here we go.
delicious. Let's get started. Let's get a table.
Let's
for
get
one.
the table. Let's get sat down.
Glass of wine.
Oh, yeah. Champagne, orange juice.
Ah, it's all poisoned.
I'd
Shit.
really like to lie in the sun and take a nap, but I don't have time for that at the moment.
Oh god, that would be so
Oh,
good.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Lydia.
Champagne.
Fried bread. Yeah,
oh,
that's right.
fried bread is the just
Secret atom bomb. You never had
filthiest, and I
fried
love
bread.
it. Oh, I love it. It's
Oh.
so bad for you, but I love it.
Fried bread. Fried bread, question mark. There is going to be a time when people don't know what, the
I suppose
horrible
the life
English
jackets
things
are
that
stuck
we...
there,
Fried
close to the
bread.
railing,
Yeah.
close at
I mean, it
hand,
is
in
really
case of
horrible, isn't it?
emergency.
Just a slice of bread just fried in oil and butter, and it's like literally, it's just eating like ever fried bread sandwich is just a heart attack.
I hope I don't
It
find
is.
myself needing a life jacket.
It's so good though.
Oh, shit. We need to find the morgue. Oh, there's probably going to be a morgue on this fucking lovely luxury passenger cruiser. I think it's going to be more likely there's going to be, like... It's probably going to be lied out on the dining room table, some shit.
She's
We
just
were
lying
here
there.
yesterday when we heard the shot, and it was also here where Legrand caught us.
I want to talk to the stowaway, so he's underneath. He's where we were. Okay, let's just. Is there
This isn't
anything?
a panoramic deck for visitors. There are pipes, steel cables, chains up here. You can smell the smoke from the funnel. I have no idea how the ship works, and I really don't care, as long as
Well.
it stays afloat.
Well, it's probably an engine driving turbine. That's the steam turbine, which drives
ship's
some
bridge. 2 men. One of
rod
them
thingies,
navigating.
spinners,
I get
Right.
the impression that the officers keep
Propellers.
things running.
Good.
It
Forward
seems like
propellers.
the captain concentrates
And
on
a
the
rudder.
passengers
Rudders are
and the
there.
bar.
a big rudder.
Big floaty things.
I better let the men do their work.
All
If
right.
one of them
All right, so we can't go in
I
there.
like the little life.
Miss Lydia! Miss Lydia! God, I do love this game for the fact that the boat's called Miss Lydia, and also I was a psychic with Patricia. Like, that's maybe my highlight of the year so far. Guessing that woman's name. Okay, he's having a nap.
Fucking hell.
Wake up! Let's play
It
hopscotch.
may not seem like it, but Constable Oliver is actually a very effective watchman.
How is he effective?
He's literally
I
asleep.
wonder if this game is an advanced version of bocce. Maybe the
Bocce?
inventor realized that it's difficult to play ball games on a boat and came up with an alternative.
Yeah, I bet. Do you know what it is?
What?
I bet you it's like a kind of rolling game where you have to, or
Is it not like a
a chucking game.
hata? And it's probably weighted, so
Salty
it's like
sea air in
you
my
want to land
old
on +10.
lungs, wind in my thinning hair. If I hadn't become a policeman, I could have been a sailor.
No. No, you couldn't. Shut up.
Shut
Let's
up!
go in the cargo. Oh,
I don't know.
we're not
Fucking
allowed.
cargo hole, Sassy. I haven't had French toast in years. French toast is so good.
Yeah, I had it in
Stowaway surely
America.
didn't sleep
Eggy
well
bread,
last
isn't
night
it?
in the
It's-
cargo
Yeah,
hold,
yeah.
although
With
his cell is
maple
probably
syrup.
more comfortable than my cabin and more spacious.
Very luxurious. Eggy bread.
Eggy bread is.
I have to
damn
talk to the.
tasty.
Even though he was already under arrest, if I want to get into the
Let's get
cargo,
rid of the
he won't
constable.
let me.
Okay, all right,
Right,
okay.
let's head back.
There's
here.
still stuff I need to explore over
Yeah.
here. I think the next game we play should be LA Noir,
We should go downstairs. Oh, what? Do some actual proper.
like actiony stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So we've had this like chill point and click, and then the next game be a bit more.
Let's go downstairs. Oh, yeah.
Should we go see
We're going
her?
to the murder. The murder room.
The cabin was sealed. I'm pretty sure the seal doesn't have any legal relevance here on the open sea, but I'm still dependent on Legrand letting me join his team. I better not blow it by breaking his seal without permission.
I can't get anywhere. What
Yeah.
used to you, old man? What's his name? I don't even know what our detective's name is. Budget Poirot.
Zellner.
Zellner.
Constable Zellner.
Just slowly bumbling around.
It's the first and last mystery of Constable Zellner.
Yay!
Is it Ms. Lydia or is it the MS Lydia?
I guess it's MS Lydia, but I'm thinking it
Come
was Miss
in.
Lydia. I'm Miss Lydia. I need a ring on that finger. Hello. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
And there's the next one.
Excuse me?
You want something else from me, don't you?
I'm afraid I do.
What a first day at work. Well,
Well,
I want to
What's
analyze
the
the body.
result of your examination of the victim?
she's dead.
I didn't make you work all night long, Dr. Gebhardt.
She was shot. Point blank shot. Probably with a pistol. It seems like she was lying in bed. The shot struck her hard. She died immediately.
One shot?
More were unnecessary. And we only heard one shot, no?
And there's just one entrance wound.
Just one.
So who was in there with her?
who got in there? The
The door
butler?
was locked,
that
wasn't
I
it?
was
Was there anyone who
drugged.
wasn't accounted
That's how
for?
it seems.
That
What
locked them
can you
both in
tell
there.
me about it?
Once
It's
you
a
got
closed
out.
room
Why
mystery.
should that be
Yeah.
my business?
Haven't you analyzed the glass?
No, I haven't. The inspector said he's the better chemist. I let him do it. That way I could at least concentrate on the body.
Do you think the Baroness might have been drugged? She was very tired and unsteady when Legrand and I saw her.
Yeah, I heard about that. I must have just missed her in the saloon. And without having seen her myself, it is hard to make a diagnosis.
Of course. Can you say something about her
She was missing
general
her heart
health?
pills.
She was quite overweight. And the butler said that she suffered from diabetes.
Where was the butler?
Despite
It's always that
that,
fucking butler.
She hadn't visited a doctor for several years.
Doesn't sound good.
Happens more
Or the
frequently than you
violin
might
guy.
suppose. Some
Or our
people
ex-wife.
are scared of doctors and pay with an early death. It is possible that the Baroness wouldn't have lived much longer anyway.
He's saying that about everyone.
Okay, so hang on a second. Who was she carried into a cabin by? Because magic is often the sleight of hand, right? It's done by the person who put them there in the first. It's like the you know, oh, it was there. Oh, you just made something appear. No, it's been there
The whole
for
time
ages.
you just didn't notice.
Yeah, or it was put there a long time ago. Like if it was it was the captain, wasn't it? Yeah. So if the captain brought her back, dropped her off, shot her with a silenced pistol,
Yeah.
and then locked the door behind him.
Ooh.
You know,
And
just
then-
saying that seems much more plausible than someone broke into the cabin, shot her, and then broke out of the cabin. But you'd have to have the key in and out. You'd have to have time, open the key, go in, shoot her, run out, lock the door, and then run away before we got downstairs.
Apparently the captain was with us when... But, yeah, he could have let her in and then shot her with a silenced pistol and then locked the door and then come upstairs with us so he had an alibi.
Mm.
That's a good one, actually.
But who? Yeah, but then he needs someone else to be shooting a gun to trigger that. The murder.
Yeah, there should be two of them. And why? Why kill her?
Yeah.
Do you know whose glass I drank from?
What do you mean?
Captain De Conti handed me a glass of champagne.
See, the captain handed us the glass.
Where did he get it?
I don't know.
So he
Did you
drugged us
ask
as
him?
well.
I'm just asking because you were also in the saloon when the champagne was served.
Yes, but I only entered the saloon a few seconds before you did. I didn't manage to get a drink myself.
Which, in retrospect, is lucky.
Ah, you're right about that.
Have you already removed the bullet?
Did Legrand send you? What is that Frenchman's problem? I already told you. I will get in touch as soon as I have it. That is also what I told the constable, who he kept sending all night long, once I finally got rid of Legrand himself.
Did he look over your shoulder?
He probably wanted to take the scalpel from my hand and hack away himself. But this is my surgery, and I will not let amateurs interfere with my work.
That's understandable. How much longer will it take?
I have just finished.
Why didn't you say it
Very
to begin with, you
grumpy.
twat?
Yeah,
Send
very
my
grumpy.
regards to His Majesty.
The bullet.
Thanks.
Zebula.
I think that's it for now.
We need to
No.
compare that bullet with the one in the
That
cargo
is it
hold.
for now.
Yes,
then,
to see if it's the same
and
person.
later. I'm going to lie
But why
down
did
for
that
a few
person
hours.
shoot into the cargo hold?
Can you tell that to your boss?
What was the point?
But
The gem is inside her.
could I
says Chat.
at least have the key?
Sleeping Smurf.
Absolutely not.
She
But
swallowed
if we
it.
have to
That's why she's so
examine
fat.
the victim again,
Then the
Expanded in her
esteemed
belly.
inspector knows where to find me. In my cabin. In bed. Good night, Constable.
Everyone's
Zell.
grumpy because they haven't had a good old snooze. Snoozing on Miss Lydia. Right, so we can't get in there because he's locked it.
neither Dr. Gebb, but in contrast to good old Robert, the doctor doesn't let himself get roped in for the long haul. I
Maybe
wonder
they-
what
they
would
all did it.
happen
It's all
if
in it
Legrand
together.
dragged him out of bed for another investigation.
Okay, can't get in there.
An evacuation plan? And some tips from the doctor for avoiding seasickness, sunburn, and the like. And here, a schedule of activities. A drink with the captain, a shuffleboard competition on the forecastle. That's
What?
about it.
Forecastle?
A
How do you say that
real
word?
barrel of fun.
Okay.
Hmm.
She was about to get crazy.
That is Legrand's cabin.
Yes.
Let's not.
Come in.
I want to see what kind of a lab you've got set up in here.
Would you like some company?
Oh my god.
Jesus. He's necking
Ah,
him as well.
Zone, are you ready?
Good morning, Inspector Legrand. My head is pounding, but I think I'm okay.
Chloral
What is
hydrate.
that?
Look, he could have been making drugs to
That's why
drug
you
people
had a
with here.
headache. I found traces of it in your champagne glass.
Yes. Of course I
And
do.
this
Drugs.
chloral hydrate?
is a tranquilizer.
Chloroform.
Can be dissolved in alcohol. The effect begins in minutes and lasts for hours. Who gave you the glass of champagne?
I believe it was Captain DeConti.
If believing were enough for us, we'd have become priests, Constable. Be a policeman and find out for sure.
Understood.
Right.
This guy's a bit of a prick, isn't he?
What have you found out so far?
The Baroness was shot in the chest at close range. We heard the shot. The murderer quickly fled the cabin and dropped the murder weapon over the railing later.
I want to look in her
Simple
room. I want to see if there's
story
any
so
other
far.
ways to get in there.
But why was her cabin door locked?
Exactly. If the murderer wanted to make it seem like a suicide, he'd have shot her in the head and left the gun at the crime scene.
And if it was murder, why did he go to all the trouble of locking the door from inside? And how did he manage that anyway?
Especially since we arrived just a few seconds later and didn't see anyone near the cabin.
Something doesn't make sense here.
No, it doesn't, and it's driving me crazy.
We need
You
to get
think
in.
that the
have a
jewel
look at that
thief
room.
is the murderer?
Our friend would have needed another key to open the safe. and
Oh, because she
steal
had a
the
key
second
to get
eye.
right. That's why
What
she
the
was murdered.
Baroness was carrying. At least, that's what we implied.
What do you mean?
The Baroness was famous for her forgetfulness. I convinced her to give me the third key. It seems safer. for the
Did he though?
Baroness.
Is he lying?
The
Did he
thief
take that key from her
searches
and
the
he's just
Baroness's
spinning
cabin,
some lie
looking
about
for the
how he
third
had it
key.
anyway?
She returns from the saloon earlier than expected.
Surprises him, and he can't allow her to identify him.
He imprisons her until the coast is clear and then shoots her.
And thus, the thief becomes a murderer.
But still doesn't have all the keys.
So hang on, the keys to the safe.
It's-
Press on safe.
Oh.
Where?
Are you sure that there's no bomb inside this time?
Professor Lucien locked it in front of an audience and it will be opened for the first time in Cairo.
Let's hope so.
It will
It'll
take
be
hours to
empty.
crack it. And you'd need heavy machinery.
Or the keys.
Or the 3 keys, that's right.
So who has?
Did you
all the
find the
keys then?
murder weapon?
On the gangway on the side of the ship. I suspect the murderer tried to drop it into the sea. He would have stood close to the railing to let it fall unseen.
And since he doesn't know the ship, he had bad luck and dropped it right onto the gangway.
Indeed. And do you find that probable?
Not a bit.
Neither do I.
So, one of the keys wasn't one of the keys in Cairo. One of them's Professor Lucien, one of them's the Baroness, and one of them was the chap in Cairo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they can't unlock it.
I
till
didn't
get
think they were all on the boat.
What kind of a gun is it?
A pistol. A Luger 08.
Antique.
Manufactured 1,000,000 times during and after the First World War. Austrian model. The owner is David Kreutzer, the violinist. We
Ah.
found him tonight totally drunk on the bow of the ship. He confirmed that it's
That's what he
his
had in
gun,
his
but
case.
he claims that it was stolen from him.
Fingerprints?
Nothing. But it's worth mentioning that the clip
The
was
doctor
missing
wears
2
gloves.
bullets.
The doctor wears gloves.
And it's definitely the murder weapon.
The ballistic tests are incomplete. Actually, I've been waiting far too long for the bullet recovered from the corpse. Pay the good doctor a visit, Zellner, and see that he does his job.
About the bullet, here it is.
Excellent. Give it to me. As I suspected, the 7.65 Parabellum Luger.
Don't you want to examine it in more detail?
When I have time. For now, though, we can assume that we have the murder weapon. There can't be too many antique Luger 08 pistols on board.
May I take a look at the Baroness's cabin?
We already searched it thoroughly.
Sure.
I want to look.
But what about now, by daylight?
Yes, fine, it can't hurt. Here, take this with you.
That's the bullet I
Thanks.
just gave you.
I'll let you know if
Sorry.
I find anything important.
But only then, please. I'm very busy.
Of course.
This gigantic bottle of wine. I'm very busy. Okay,
Do
let's ask
you
you loads more
believe
questions.
the violinist?
He'll be the first person I question. He claims he can't remember anything from the last few hours. Says he drank a bottle of schnapps.
He was on the train and he doesn't have an alibi. His drunkenness could be a smokescreen.
He fits the profile. He travels a lot, has access to high society. Could be interesting.
Do you really think that the Raven is behind all this?
He wrote the letter that was on the safe in the train. Without the letter, we wouldn't have opened the safe and the bomb wouldn't have exploded.
But it doesn't seem like him, does it? The Raven was famous in part because he never hurt anyone, much less killed anyone, during a burglary.
It's his handwriting, and he called me Nico. No one else does that. I chased that man across Europe for years. It is him. It has to be him.
But the evidence...
Enough.
I'll be on my way. I want to find out who gave me the drugged champagne.
Good idea.
Waste your time with that instead of important.
Inspector Legrand, are you okay? Maybe you should take a break.
I can sleep once I've caught the Raven. Goodbye, Constable.
Be seeing you.
All right. Goodbye. Let's go find out who goddamn drugged us.
That is the safe.
Legrand is risking not just his career, but his health as well on his hunt for the Raven. He's working like a demon. Maybe that's why he caught the Raven and no one else. An alarm like this one was set off yesterday. This one hasn't been set off. The security seal is intact.
Let's go and have a look at the cabin.
The cabin?
Oh, it's a model of the shop.
A model of the Lydia before it was rebuilt.
Oh.
It used to be a freighter. The wide hallways, the cabins, and the saloon were added later.
How very dare you?
Used to be a bulk freighter.
Okay, into the food place,
Oh, yeah.
otherwise known as the kitchen.
Oh, it's the captain.
Did you
Of course,
drug
he'd
us?
be having his breakfast now.
Captain DeConti
Breakfast?
is sitting at the bar again. He gave me the glass of
Are
champagne
you getting
last
pissed
night.
now?
Hello,
Style.
Captain DeConti.
Oh my god, hello?
I like this music.
Hey, Constable
Hey!
Zelda. You're back on your feet again. Glad to see it.
Well, it's quite an
Did you
event.
Everyone
poison
drank from
my
the same bottle of
champagne.
champagne last night.
There was more than one bottle, if that's what you mean. There were quite a few guests, and the event lasted several hours.
The last bottle of champagne, the one the Baroness drank from. Did anyone else drink from it?
Certainly.
We have reason to believe that the champagne was drugged.
Incredible. But
God,
wouldn't
look at
that
his
have made
face. It's
everyone
fucking
drowsy?
terrifying.
Not if it was only the Baroness's glass that was drugged.
I see.
Diddy,
That's
diddy.
possible. On a night like that, many glasses are filled and emptied. There are several stewards, many guests. No one keeps track of every glass and every bottle.
A few drops in a glass?
Yes, it's certainly possible.
I reckon it was the actual glasses that, like the rim of it, which was drugged, rather than the actual champagne bottle.
Okay.
What was your experience of last night?
Oh, terrible. Dinner was fantastic. Everyone was excited about having a pleasant drink under the stars. And then this.
Look at the
You were in
decor.
a
It's
saloon
nice,
all
isn't
night
it?
long.
Very
As
nice.
the captain, I have to care for my passengers. After you and the others rushed out, I tried to maintain a festive atmosphere. But when the alarm it goes off, I lose the battle.
The glass you handed me last night, where did you get it?
Ah, I understand. You think your glass was poisoned as well?
Did you pour it yourself?
No. I saw that you weren't doing so well and wanted to rescue the situation. I took the first available glass and I give it to you.
Was it on the table?
Hey.
No, I hurry over to you, together with Dr. Gebhardt, who, of course, he had the glass in his hand. He was looking around for a place to set it down, so that he could examine you. I took it from him.
And gave it to me.
I'd like to apologize for that, but
So was
you
someone
look
trying to
so worse
drug
for
the
wear,
doctor, or was the
and
doctor trying to drug
I
him?
just wanted to comfort you. I didn't think of looking for a new glass for you.
So the doctor had the drugged glass in his hand.
Okay.
So someone was trying to drug the doctor
The doctor
originally?
has access to drugs.
Yes. and wears gloves on his hands.
To avoid fingerprints.
No fingerprints.
Anyone who wears gloves.
Suspicious.
Very
suspicious.
Something to hide.
Like, yeah, he has access to drugs. He looks a bit evil with his shiny bald head. And this is the detective dance. This is how we think.
More cowbell.
And he's got gloves, so no fingerprints.
How was the Baroness?
Murder.
She really surprised me. After she was so unapproachable at the reception and didn't show her face for the entire afternoon, I was afraid she was one of the beaux and bourgeoisie. But then she arrived in
Plus,
the early
yes.
evening in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
best of moods. Already had a few, if you know what I mean.
Did she say anything to you?
She asked me where Legrand's cabin was. I told her, then invited her to come for drinks in the evening. I said it would be great fun. The whole ship will be there, and you don't want to miss that, I told her.
And then?
She seemed to like the idea. She smiled and then left again for a few minutes. Then she came back and seemed very happy. We drank a toast to life.
Oh man, this is so wholesome.
But at some point
So
she
wholesome,
didn't
it should
feel
be
well
shot in the
anymore.
chest.
This is the
She
most wholesome
overdid
stream.
She suddenly started to swoon and
Oh.
almost made her drink. I asked her if she wanted to rest for
She
a
was a
moment in
drag,
her
there.
cabin. At first, she didn't want to. She definitely wanted to stay in the saloon. But then she realized that she really did need to lie down. We left together. You know the rest of the story.
Okay.
Do we though?
Is it possible to find out where the alarm was set off?
I'm afraid not. There are alarms all over the ship.
I saw that they're sealed. Can't we just check whether the seal is broken?
I'm afraid they're gonna be missing on a lot of alarms. You know, this is an old ship, and over the years...
So, you're saying that the alarms haven't been regularly maintained?
I'll inform the crew
Look at the
immediately,
sea.
of course.
It's like we're bobbing
course.
up and down.
Ugh.
Ooh. Oh, we stopped now.
What
Passengers.
can you tell me about the passengers?
Oh, not that much, I'm afraid. I wanted to get to know them properly at the reception. In most cases, I just shook hands with them as they boarded the ship. There are a few regulars on board, and after dinner, I had a conversation with Mr. Kreutzer, a talented violinist, and Lady Westmacott. But you already know them from the train.
It seems like there aren't that many passengers on board.
These bloody airplanes are making our lives miserable. Can you imagine? Grown men prefer to jam themselves into narrow metal coffins instead
Sorry,
of
I jumped
enjoying
it.
the fresh sea air on a ship.
It's all about saving time.
It shouldn't be about
my
how
jam.
much time it takes to get from a
Bloody grown men sticking themselves into tin tubes to fly on the plane from the Venice to Cairo.
Get back to my
Fucking what?
investigation now.
Ciao for now.
Jesus.
Okay, all right. So he didn't really give us much useful information at all, other than it was the doctor's drink. I guess we're going to talk to old evil grand lady. Is there any over here?
Is there anything
Lady
here?
Westmacott seems to be an early bird, but maybe that's just because of all the excitement. I saw a twinkle in
people
her
always wake up
eye
early.
on the train. She's eager to be part of a real detective story.
So eager she'd kill. Wow.
Lady Westmacott, already on your... Oh,
Constable, don't you think before you speak?
Already on your
I'm
feet.
sorry.
Oh, I
I
see.
didn't mean to.
Is she in a
No time for
wheelchair?
chit-chat.
Yeah,
What you
she
find
is.
out.
We're still working on the case. Actually, I have a couple of questions for you.
Please go ahead.
Ah.
It is an expression. It's not offensive.
Train.
Well,
An
you're already on your feet. Well, I
extraordinary
guess
story, isn't it?
it's
I'm
all
glad
maybe
that you
very
were able
awkward to
prove
say that to
yourself,
someone.
Mr. Zellner.
Only if you
Hopefully
think
not
it's
for the
awkward.
last time.
Would you not find that really
Expression.
awkward if you said that to someone in a wheelchair?
I want to thank you sincerely for taking care of Matthew.
It would be a little bit awkward.
I can't bear
Hey.
to think about something happening to him.
It all worked
It definitely
out
would be
in
the thing,
end.
the kind of thing that you would say to someone in a wheelchair, without a doubt.
But I wouldn't think of it as awkward though. Like, I don't think I wouldn't make that association.
Really?
No, it's like an expression.
But it's I think it'd be horrible. I would realize and be just like, oh.
I wouldn't like. I don't think any. I guess like I don't think any differently around like that kind of stuff. Like I wouldn't adjust it to be like, oh, already up and on your wheels. Let's see.
Well, no, you wouldn't say that
you wouldn't
either.
exactly. No, but I wouldn't like. There'd be no need.
Nah.
I don't know.
Okay. No, I see what you mean.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
Do
like,
you
I don't know.
think that the thief
I would
from
probably
the
avoid it,
train
personally.
and the murderer are the same person?
I think the new Raven is capable of anything.
Legrand believes there
because
is
you're so
no
good at awkward
new
things, Lewis,
Raven.
exactly.
He thinks that the old one has returned.
He said that.
Do you think it's possible? Everyone thinks he's dead.
As a dramatist, the return of the Raven would certainly be delightful. A legend comes back from the grave for one last job. It's quite romantic. At the same time, though, I'd be disappointed.
Why is that?
I followed the Raven's career closely. There weren't many burglars with such character and charm. His burglaries were clever and entertaining, but he was sloppy in London. He almost got caught, and I'll never forgive him for the affair on the train. No, I would much rather that the Raven stayed dead.
Yeah, it
and
lacks
had nothing
class
to do
now,
with
the new
burglary
Raven, doesn't he?
or
He
the
used to
murder.
have class.
Was he classy? We didn't. What did he do?
He was like a robber
What
who
do you
was
think? Who is our
classy.
Everyone.
Now he's bombing
Always
people and
everyone.
murdering
Shoot them in the
people.
chest, drugging their
Physically
champagne,
capable of
like
shooting someone.
Jesus.
But who has the dark desire to take the life of a defenseless person?
That's
One
pretty
cannot
dark.
read minds.
And one should not try. You have to collect evidence, traces, clues. That's what will lead us to the killer. It won't be like a bad crime novel, in which they introduce a new character shortly before the end who, surprise, surprise, is also the murderer.
Murderers leave evidence. They're nervous or unnaturally relaxed.
Oh my God, is it
Have to
us?
Adjust constantly.
Oh, now that would
And
be a good
because of
twist.
that, they make
I would
mistakes.
be
This is your chance,
all over that.
Constable. If you find the mistake, you'll find your murderer.
Someone said earlier in
Have you
chat that
noticed anything related to the murder?
Unfortunately not. I was already in my cabin and missed all the commotion. Damnable old age.
What?
You're telling
That
me.
Oh,
maybe we're
you're
not
still young.
just a Swiss
At
constable.
my age,
Maybe
you
we're
have to
like a
expect that you won't
detective,
experience
famous
much
detective.
more. And although I've written about murder so many times,
Wait,
I've
we're a
never
famous detective.
actually witnessed one. How
Undercover.
exciting.
I doubt everyone
Ooh.
is so
A simple Swiss constable.
As a
in
simple,
such a
chubby
Heartless
pervert.
is the word you're searching for, right, Constable? I certainly didn't want the Baroness to be murdered. But if I can't undo it, then I might as well enjoy it.
Okay.
Right, Inspector
What do you
Rigrand.
think of Inspector Legrand?
He seems to be as skilled as everyone
Peels
says.
off moustache.
I had a chat with him yesterday,
And everyone's like,
he
oh my
impressed me,
God.
but There's something
incredibly
haunted
famous-
in his eyes.
I don't think he ever really stopped hunting the Raven.
Catching the Raven made him famous. What if he
I like the idea
actually
of,
shot
like,
the
yeah,
wrong
you could just
person?
peel off as well, like, all the
Unjustified
side
fame
hair.
bothers
Just like,
people. The good
And he's just
people
bald.
And
He's fully
just
bald.
one of the
completely
good ones.
bald.
Anyone who tries so hard to tear down his own memorial must be honourable. Or insane.
I
So
have
he's
to be
actually, like,
going,
a
Lady
really
Westmacott.
Please keep
famous
me
detective,
informed,
and he's
Constable
pretending to be a
Zelda.
bumbling.
Of course.
Okay.
In order to keep a low profile.
I like the sound of that. He's actually something else. Blah, blah, blah.
Is there, do you see any
Have you
little
played Heavy Rain?
hotspots? No, I haven't actually.
That would be a good one as well.
We've been out here before, haven't we?
As there is a mystery in that.
Do you see any hotspots?
Hodgepodge.
This is interesting. Well, we're going to
Hotspot on
investigate
the
the
roof.
cabin, but I think what we should do first of all is just have a
the
little
alcohol.
break.
The alcoholic drinks and everything that goes with them is top notch on this
Let's get
ship.
ourselves a lovely cup of tea.
I think we should go straight
Fresh
on the vino.
ice and tongs. They could be useful.
No, why?
Constable Zelda.
What?
Why are you taking my tongs?
Even the police light-fingered nowadays?
I need this tool for a criminal investigation.
Well, then, why didn't you say so? But bring the tongs back when you're done. Otherwise, I'll have cold fingers all day.
You got to be.
Hey!
Right, we're gonna have a 5-minute break. BRB, beep, 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 beep.
B-R-B. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I'm eating pretzels.
As we investigate this mystery on board the MS Lydia, the Miss Lydia.
Miss Lydia on board me.
And
as
the
Miss
music
Lydia.
will restart. So, yes, let us investigate the Baroness's cabin, because that looks like the next area. I don't know why we're all...
This is the first murder scene I've ever set foot in.
What? I thought we were an inspector.
No, we're a constable.
Oh, we
It's
just
a
do
bumpkin,
petty
like a
crimes.
mountain bumpkin.
Petty, shitty crimes.
The notepad.
The notepad has the ship's emblem on it. I suppose all the first-class cabins have them.
Ah, one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Inspector. Be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer on board, and I will expose him. This is what the lady wrote. B, Baroness. Actually, why would Baroness sign her letter B?
Why would she say her name?
Do you know what I mean?
It
Why would
says, Inspector, be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer on
Yeah, she
board,
wouldn't sign
and
it
I will
Baroness.
expose him. B. The Baroness seems to have known
She
the
did say, like,
murderer,
meet me at
and
10,
that
didn't she?
means
Wake me up
that
at
the
10:15.
Raven
Why
can't be
10?
the murderer. He never killed anybody. Legrand probably never got the message. Otherwise, he'd have said something.
Ah, that is very
So
strange.
she saw, remember she saw something weird at the start, didn't she?
She did. So she saw someone and she knew that they're a bad guy. Who would she see that she wouldn't have seen on the train? I mean, she didn't come out of her cabin though, did she?
There's a murderer on board.
Who's someone knew on this ship that was not on the train? She knew was bad. Wrote that note to tell the police officer.
What did she see when she was getting on board?
I suppose maybe it was the captain or someone.
And why did you say wait until 10 p.m. for me to tell you?
Yeah, it's really weird. And like wake me up at 10 p.m. Very strange.
The most unportable portmanteau I've ever seen.
So she must have delivered that message to the inspector.
Oh yeah, because that's imprint.
But maybe she...
A portable bar is more
Why
like
did the inspector not mention
Must
it?
be hard work transporting
Maybe he never
this
got the
big,
message?
heavy thing halfway
Unless
around
he
the
did
globe.
it.
And the Baroness was lucky that the other
that's why
freight
he's not
cars were
talking about
only
the note.
lightly damaged by the explosion.
That is a motive for killing her off.
Yeah.
Because she saw the
An
murderer
impressive piece.
through the binoculars.
Who was up there?
The mannequin surely came with the cabin. A mannequin for the Baroness's clothes would have a more generous figure.
Very politely put. Okay.
So I'm drinking some tea I found in the kitchen. It's like a fruity-
Sunflowers.
Yeah.
By Van Gogh, I presume.
But it's
He
more
liked
like a...
to paint that sort of thing.
It's more like a
Can't be an
lavendery...
original. They cost thousands of francs.
Is it nice?
It's like well, it's like drinking a
No.
glass of potpourri or
I was
whatever.
about to say a lavender tea sounds pretty rank.
It's not very nice. No.
No.
Kind of. It's very old granny.
Ugh.
But you know, it sort of fits with watching this game
Yeah.
on a Friday afternoon. You know,
Lavender tea on
chill out.
Friday afternoon. I'm having a hot
tape
chocolate.
recorder must go with the
So
built-in
we're both
speakers.
all, you know,
Probably part of the cabin's furnishings.
cozy.
A tape recorder.
Oh look, it's got a little smiley face.
Does that record anything?
The tape recorder is older
What's
than
that
the
called
hills,
when you see
but
smiley
it was
faces?
I
once
have that
very
thing.
expensive,
I
top
always
of
see
the
smiley
range,
faces in things.
and it doesn't come
What's it called
cheap.
again?
It's called like someone on chat will say.
Yeah.
It's got a
There's only
certain
one
name.
reel, and it's the wrong one.
Ah. Smiley face.
No sign of the original reel.
So
So
it's
we've
been
got.
changed.
Oh gosh.
Insanity.
There's still blood on the mattress. The sheet and the blanket
Triskaidekaphobia.
have already
No,
been
that's something
removed.
different. Pareidolia.
Analyze
That's what
them,
it
I
is.
suppose.
Harry, yeah. Okay. Let's get down and dirty in her bed.
Pareidolia. Yeah.
Oh, our hair's suddenly gone. We've got really old all of a sudden.
Got all grey.
Nothing.
All right. Nothing.
So is that tiny bit of blood?
The blood spot is the only sign that someone committed a crime in here. Somehow... That's odd. The blood is so red.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it gradually darken in the air? Turn brown?
Yeah. I didn't notice that because of the game. I probably might have noticed that in real life if it was very bright.
Yeah.
What's this?
Apparently, the Baroness didn't have time to unpack her bags. Or rather, didn't have time to tell her butler to unpack them for her.
Okay.
We'll look through them.
Sifting through all that would
yeah,
take
that's
ages.
true. We'll go through all
But
of her
here,
undergarments
the
and shit.
Baroness's handbag.
We'll take it.
Ah,
Don't
Not
go
a
through
very
a
good
lady's
police
handbag.
But look, it's her diary.
a
Very
small
useful.
leather-bound book. 1964 is engraved on it. This must be the Baroness's diary.
Okay.
Do you
well,
keep a
Let's
diary?
see.
No. I used to when I was a teenager.
Yes, it's a diary,
lazy.
all right. Difficult to
Do you keep a
read.
diary?
No. Who keeps a diary these days? Very few people, I think.
No
Yeah.
entry from
I
yesterday.
think it's really quite therapeutic, but it does take a lot of effort writing down whatever happens every
A
day.
brief, sober description
Dear
of what
diary,
she's done
today I
recently.
will be shot.
Met Morris, arranged benefit concert for renovation of Louvre Southeastern Wing, Times photo shoot for Eye of Sphinx, BM.
It's called
poor
Instagram now.
excuse for
Yeah. I
photographer.
guess social media is
Too
kind of like a diary,
fidgety.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where you kind of record what you go up to.
And so on.
BM. Too fidgety.
This entry looks strange. The handwriting is shaky, difficult to read. Dreamt of Bobby. Yesterday would have been his birthday. Next week, Jay's.
What? Very cryptic. Okay.
The portholes face the side deck. If someone climbed out of the cabin through a porthole, Legrand and I would have seen them.
Right, okay. So there's no way they could have climbed out the windows.
Okay.
Because we were there.
We were there. So
We were right outside.
Cosmetics, a handkerchief, a spectacles case. Nothing special. The Baroness was a very busy woman. She writes about Bubby and Jay. Neither seem to be alive anymore. Almost every family lost loved ones in the war. Maybe hers as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Take
I'll
that.
leave it there. I don't have time to read all of it.
Then why did he give me the option? All right. Anything else? Take
Under
a
the
look
bed.
under the bed. Oh, there's the murderer. Hello.
Something's under there.
Yeah, there is something.
Down feathers. Maybe from
Ooh,
a
to
quilt or a
quiet
pillow.
the
Nothing
first shot.
special.
Yeah.
Although, it seems like one of the feathers was
Yes.
scorched at the top. Literally burnt.
So she was. I think you were right with the silence. They were silenced
I'll
it with
take
a
it with me.
cushion. Okay. What do we have? Message from the Baroness. Ice cube. Well, we need to show that message to. Can we not? I'd like to take
Yeah,
that.
what
with
is the
us.
deal with this audio tape reel?
A reel
Take it.
made by Zeibling. Zeibling's tapes can be overwritten many times without losing quality. They're used in offices so that executives can record, but they're not good for much else.
Okay, take it.
Can we play it on the tape recorder?
Yeah. Where is the tape recorder?
That tape recorder there. Can we use it with that? Is it in our inventory? Does it play back?
Wait, is it where?
That's that thing there. This thing, yeah.
This thing? No,
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
can't seem to
Hmm.
do anything with it. Is that all now fully examined?
The unusual color of the blood. All cats are gray in the dark, as the saying goes.
You have to click on it loads
should
of
take a
times
sample.
before he actually
The
freaking.
unusual. All
Oh, take a
cats.
sample.
Is there?
Is this thing I can take a sample with? The ice cube talked. No. We need like a.
Do a little magnify.
Oh.
There's a fire escape and a door. Maybe we can look at the lock.
Oh, the alarm. Maybe that was the alarm that was
Another
pulled.
Probably the alarm that was pulled.
It was
yeah.
tripped at some point. The seal is broken. But there's no way of telling whether it happened yesterday or 5 years ago.
It almost certainly happened yesterday if
Yeah.
it's in this nicer cabin.
Shot her.
This one would have been maintained, right?
The door frame was damaged when Dr. Gebhardt kicked it in. The real question is, why was the door locked in the first place?
Any more exclamations?
Assuming the murderer
Oh.
isn't a magician, and the Baroness locked the door herself before she went to bed, the murderer couldn't have left the cabin through the door. So,
He's still in
the
here.
murderer must have still been in
He was
here
he's
when
in the
Dr.
house.
Gebhardt kicked the door in, which is unlikely because someone would have seen him, or he found another way out of the cabin.
Is there a bookshelf? Can we pull some books? Click that.
We don't have any left.
Okay, go back to the other angle for the room then. Click on that angle.
God, this music is tense.
The portholes are locked.
Do
One
a
cannot
little
open or
exclamation
close
mark.
them, for
We
it's
might be
the
able to, like-
same problem as with and the Baroness wasn't shot from outside.
Yeah, that's true. Was she shot from above?
I think we looked at everything.
Yeah.
Right.
What about that big vase?
A big, ugly, and impractical vase. If it had a wider opening, one could at least use it as an umbrella stand. Can't see anything.
Oh.
Wow. Heavier than it looks.
Oh.
More feathers?
Aha.
Something in there.
Yeah. So they tried to clean them
More
up, but
feathers.
some
And they're singed as well.
got under the bed and in there.
No, it
I'd
might be
better
the
take it with
pillow
me.
with the hole in it. Stuffed into the vase.
Oh.
Why
mean?
were the down feathers
think it's
tossed
just
in the
feathers. Just feathers.
vase?
Yeah.
Or is there anything else in there? There may be something else in the vase.
What if we use
Could work.
tongs?
There's something in there. Ah.
Oh my god.
It worked.
Someone
it
stuffed
wasn't
this
actually
in
a
the
pillow.
vase.
What is it though?
Looks like it's been used to muffle
Oh
a
my
gunshot.
God.
If this isn't an important discovery, I don't know what is. Legrand,
Okay.
Oh my
here
god,
I
how...
come.
The silence shot.
The silent shot. You were right.
Called it earlier.
Called it.
And the easiest way to do it is through a pillow.
There should be a ventilation shaft behind the hatch.
Oh my god, is that the
Usually
way
a
out?
window break
They
in and
co-
out undetected. But we're on a ship.
Oh my god, it was the boy. It was the child.
Shafts are very
The child that-
small here.
From the train?
The child from the train.
Right from the
I
train.
can't say why, and it seems impossible. But something tells me that the murderer entered
Right.
and left the
Okay,
cabin.
alright.
So it
through
was the door. This is
The only
too small to
question
get through.
is how.
This is great. I love these locked room mysteries.
Yeah.
They're classic Jonathan Creek.
I love it. Okay, so I think
We need to
you
play
were
that
right.
reel to reel.
The person who helped her in came in with her, locked the door behind her, put her down, shot her but silenced her, no one knew at the time, waited for a while, and then pulled the alarm, left and locked it behind them again and went somewhere else. Oh wait, no, but no, they would have shot her earlier to
Maybe
give
they
them an
didn't
alibi.
worry. Maybe the alarm's just broken. The alarms doesn't matter. They
Yeah,
could
I
they
thought
could
the
have pulled
alarms-
the alarm anyway on the ship.
That's true. But yeah, if they shot her earlier, it would have been to give them... It was someone who was present when we heard the second shot, right?
Yeah.
Because that was their alibi to shoot her earlier.
Yeah.
But then how did they... Either there's two of them, or there's someone that wasn't with us who just fired a shot somewhere.
Well, there could be a co-conspirator, couldn't
Yeah.
The
there?
Baroness's butler looks like he didn't get much sleep.
Well, this
I
butler
would
must feel
describe
bad.
his facial
Because
expression
the butler
as
did it. It's a classic.
Oh, it's
Worried.
classic.
Yeah. Could be him though. Still.
Mm.
Can we talk to
He
him?
does look a little bit suspicious right now.
Hello, Mr. Inch.
He does,
Oh,
doesn't he?
Constable.
Press
Hello.
X to
You look
suspect.
the worse for
To
wear.
doubt.
To doubt.
It must be terrible for you.
Quite terrible.
Oh, he's
No
lost
one
his
will
work.
hire me now.
Excuse me?
My mistress was murdered. Would you hire a butler who's been mixed up in a murder?
But if it turns out that you're not guilty,
If, but what if not? Who else would they blame? There are no gardeners on this ship.
I understand your problem. Under these circumstances, I'm sure you'd answer some questions that could help clear your name, wouldn't you?
Of course.
What were you up to
Did you
last
notice anything suspicious last night?
No, sir. After the Baroness went to the saloon, I went to the forecastle. I was there until the
I was
alarm
played that
went
weird
off.
fucking game
I
and tried
went
to
the
figure out how it
side deck and
worked.
arrived
See.
shortly
Shit.
after
Hot
Professor Lucian and Miss Miller. We found you and Inspector Legrand there. You were unconscious, and the inspector asked us to take care of you.
I took off your pants and
Did
made
you
sure
hear
you
the
were
gunshot?
decent.
No,
He took
just
off his
the
pants to
alarm,
make sure he
sir.
was decent.
You said you
At
were
your
on the
leisure.
forecastle. It sounded like the Baroness let you have the rest of the night off.
Not entirely, sir. One of the crew informed me that the Baroness wanted to be roused at 9:45.
Right. Why was that?
I suppose that she wanted
We know
to
why.
toast the
Because
success
she
of
wanted
the
to meet
journey
the
with
guy.
captain and the other
The
passengers.
inspector.
To
She
tell
said
him
about the
Hadn't
murder.
About
intended
the
to take
murderer.
a nap then.
That was not her way, sir. She had a lot of spirit, shall
Spirits.
we say, when it came to social engagements and a glass or two of champagne.
The Baroness's cabin seems to have been ransacked.
Indeed, sir, by the Baroness herself.
Really?
She was searching for something the entire afternoon.
And did she find it?
I think she did, sir, yes. She was in high spirits when she finally left her cabin.
You wouldn't happen to know what she was looking
She's
for,
looking for the
would you?
key.
I'm afraid not.
But she gave it to the...
But
Would
well,
you
maybe he took it
describe
off
the
her.
Baroness as orderly?
He did say she
Well,
was really
She
absent-minded.
always had a lot of responsibilities, sir.
That doesn't answer my question.
She used to take a lot of luggage on journeys, and I helped her keep track of it as best I could. She was always very angry when she couldn't find something.
What about the photos and the documents I saw in her cabin?
I really don't know. They were out of bounds to me, sir. Memories from the war, I'd say. They meant a lot to her.
Right, her
Right.
kids or family.
Yeah, brothers or husband who died in
The
the war.
Baroness seemed to be pretty drunk the last time I saw her.
Is
We
that
think she was
so?
drugged.
Does
though,
that
don't we?
surprise you? Did the Baroness not drink?
Oh, yes, she drank.
I'm sure she was
It
used
no
to it.
secret.
She probably usually could hold her.
Probably could handle
How
her. She probably knew
serious
pretty
was
well.
her habit?
Serious enough, sir.
Was she under any medical supervision?
Certainly not, sir. She adamantly refused to see a doctor.
I
Like
wouldn't
so
see a
many
doctor.
elderly women, she had a distinct aversion.
No?
to hospitals and the like.
Don't trust him.
Just don't trust. Just keep drinking. Keep doing the
How
Hugo
long
Boss.
had you worked for the Baroness?
Don't believe
6
him.
months, sir.
Only
Just
6
use
months.
essential
I
oils.
always thought that butlers stayed with their employers for decades.
Those decades have to start at some point, Constable. Her former butler wasn't able to fulfill his duties any longer. Gout, sir.
I
Gout.
understand.
I took on his duties and hoped for a secure position for the next 20 years.
That's something that's happened in Game of Thrones that we haven't seen from the guys in the south, you know, because very much. You know, the original leader had gout, didn't he? The wheelchair guy in Game of Thrones. He sort of knocked off in the TV show. Yeah, lots of threads unfinished.
Wait, who?
Who
Who had gout?
Martell's, one of them in Dawn. Yeah,
Which one had gout?
the leader.
Oh, the old.
He wasn't that old. Dr. Bashir. Yeah, Julian Bashir. Do you remember him?
Oh.
Sorry, I'm thinking about Game of Thrones a lot because I'm just trying to in my head it's a mystery. Okay, Goran Martell,
Was that something we saw in the last season? Because I can't
Oberyn's brother.
remember what
He was
happened
killed
in that.
by the woman.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I thought they were all gone now because the women have taken over, haven't they?
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, they haven't been at all involved in the
Oh, it's where
last
they are.
season, have they?
Or maybe
So
they
far, or for last season.
They don't really have to worry about the White Walkers, do they?
It was ages ago, wasn't it? They just sort of forgot about that. But I mean, obviously, the point is that like, it feels like they're trying to pull the threads together, you know, knit the threads
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
The threads to
They've
finish
already
it all
got
off.
5 episodes to tie up.
I know. I don't
Hell
know.
of a lot of
I don't know how they're
storylines.
gonna do it.
Especially because barely anything happened in the last episode. Like they're gonna have to really.
It's like the recap.
It was the recap episode. They're gonna cram a lot into those last 5
I
episodes.
don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm really excited. Bloody love Game of Thrones.
You've got a stiff arm.
Got a
May
stiff
I
arm.
ask what happened to your arm?
It's my wanking arm.
Frantic
Souvenir
wanking.
from the war, sir.
Oh
Doesn't
no.
it hinder your work?
Yes, sir. Obviously.
I didn't mean to offend you.
The Baroness had a soft spot for disabled veterans. I think
Aw.
she'd been through a lot herself.
I think that's all for now.
Please, sir.
Very
Find
stereotypical
the
butler,
murderer.
isn't he?
You
If you had a
have to
butler
clear
today,
me
would
of
you want him
all
to talk like
suspicion.
this? Hello, sir. Yes, I'm here to look after you, sir. Would you like a cup of tea, sir?
I think I would actually.
Yeah.
Revel in that luxury. What would you want them to talk like?
Well, I just that just makes me sound so creepy, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I
I'm
want.
very uncomfortable with the idea of a butler
Have you seen Archer?
because they can't be genuine. Do you know what I mean? There's
They
no
can
one. It's,
fucking
they're
hate
all
you.
putting it on as well. Like
Yeah.
there's no one exists anymore who could be a butler.
They could hate your guts, and well, they probably do, which is why it's always the butler who's killing people off because they hate you so much.
I think the closest thing
They
you're
want
going to
your
get to a
money.
butler these days is a guy who works in an upper class clothing store in like, you know, Savile Row
Yeah.
in London, you know.
He's like, very good, sir.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Very good, sir, yes. Let me measure your inside leg, sir. They're all a bit sort of slightly like you're not sure whether they're gay or not as well. You
A
know.
singed pillowcase
Do you know what I mean?
is proof that there must have been a
I haven't-
second gunshot.
Had that happen.
In
I have to face that.
Proper
Very-
butlers.
Spectre?
Are they trained to speak like that?
Well, people still have.
Is butlering still a thing?
Is butler-
Can't you
can
knock?
still-
I
I don't know.
didn't realize. I'm really.
A butler? I don't even know.
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to question each passenger individually. Anyone
that's
without
madness.
an airtight alibi will be checked for gunshot residue.
But
They won't find
Inspector,
it.
People trip up when you put pressure on them, Constable Zellner. The
Yeah, I
Raven
want a
is
butler like
nervous.
Woodhouse.
He's changed his methodology and become a murderer.
It's not the Raven. Let it go.
The
I'll
Queen
see it
definitely
in
has
his
butlers,
eyes.
isn't she?
After you.
But
Is his
Inspector
fire
Legrand-
alarm being pulled? In his room? I think his fire alarm had been pulled.
We have no proof that the Raven and the murderer are the same person.
You
He's
may not know it,
suspicious.
but I do. I will catch him with or without your help.
He is suspicious, but at the same time, like... How can you get that deep into a part,
I
you know?
don't believe it. What's gotten into him? Oh, well. It makes no sense to tell him about my theories if his opinion is already set.
We will do
I
it on our
need
own.
evidence.
I won't lie. I was thinking
better
about
yet,
butlers. What did we see when
The
we went in
murderer.
there?
I always need his lab.
was really
if I'm going to get anywhere.
You were
I need
thinking
to
about
get in their
butlers.
I was
cells,
thinking about
and
butlers.
I really need to talk to the stowaway.
Was there something
he may
important
have
in there?
information, and the inspector will just ignore him since he's too young to be the Raven.
All right, so go talk to that guy, but that other guy's in the way.
Let's go in
The
it.
fire alarm. There was a fire
Yeah,
alarm.
I mean, because the fire alarm, he might have pulled the fire alarm in his room. 'cause
Right.
It's open in his.
But he won't let me go in there, will he? It's locked. Come on.
Legrand locked the door.
Have a little wiggle. I think it'd be creepy to have a butler in your
The
house.
lock isn't
like,
especially secure.
like Tomb Raider.
If I had
follow
a
you
wire
around,
or something
creep you
like
out.
that, I could probably pick it.
Right, so you
Is there like a
find out.
butler school, like Hogwarts style? Do you know what I mean? Where they all go and like have elocution lessons.
Probably.
Yes, sir. I
I'm
learned
not
to
paying
speak
for
like
this
this.
And it's
Would
rather
one like a toffee
plain,
apple,
shall we
sir?
A toffee apple?
Yes.
Why would a butler give
Well,
you
it's a very English thing, madam.
Would you like some fried bread?
Yes, would one like another portion of fried bread? I shall get the cook to whip you up some, sir. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking...
I guess you do have to learn how to, you know.
Dr. Gebhardt locked the door.
Chat
And
have,
until
like,
I have
a
good
theory.
reason, I won't wake him up.
Someone in
Something
chat.
tells me that
Was that the thing
he
about the
wouldn't
doctor?
be amused.
No, they reckon Zelma
Yeah.
is the Raven.
Ah.
But now
A
someone else is
pitiful
coming along.
attempt to make
Trying
the
to be the
interior
Raven.
of
He's
the
like,
ship
can't we
seem
have
less
that?
dreary. A bit of paint on
that
the
would be
walls
cool.
would have
That
helped
would- is a
more,
twist, that would be cool.
especially since a plant won't survive long without daylight.
Stop worrying about the plant.
I'm worried about it.
There are little stones in the flower pot.
What?
We could use them to distract the guy upstairs, like throw them. And he'll
Not
be like,
only does
huh?
the
What
poor
was that
plant
noise?
have to make do without sunlight, it doesn't have any soil either.
More pork scratchings, Mom? It's the International Butler Academy. Bollocks. Bollocks after the
I call
Bullshit!
bollocks.
Really? What am I supposed to do with stones?
I don't know. You'll find something to do with them, you weirdo.
How does that plant...
Although, sooner or later,
Put some random shit in your
I'm just
fucking
gonna
pocket.
carry random shit around with
What is that? Is that
Oh.
a model of the ship? Can we look at that model of the ship or not?
me. It's too late.
I
Fuck.
guess not. Well, it doesn't matter.
Once the button is pressed, there's no going back.
Let's go outside, shall we? See if we can break into the cargo hold. Because we need to talk to the young man.
Right.
We need to talk to... Basically, we need to talk to everyone, break into everything, and get as much info as possible, and then we can make an informed decision based on evidence.
Yes.
Or at least... vaguely.
That is usually how this works.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's the fucking horrible child. Come
Horrible
on.
child.
I hate you.
Good to see
Max
you.
was keeping himself busy with that strange game. He seems to be okay again, but I think
I
he'd be
was hoping
running
he wasn't
around all
on
over
here.
the place if he'd really come to terms with what happened on the train.
I guess he hasn't heard about the murder. It's probably not a good idea to... Oh, alright,
Hello
fine.
there, partner.
Hi.
Are you all right?
Uh-huh.
Have you recovered from our
Oh,
adventure?
of course, his mum. We're trying to date his mum.
Mr.
Yes.
Zellner, What's going on?
After
What do you mean?
Tricia left us.
Everybody's acting so strange, and there's tape across that door. I saw that in a movie once.
You don't have to be worried.
Is it about the man from the train?
It might be about the thief, yes.
Haven't you caught him yet?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I heard
Occasional
you and
moms.
your mom used to argue a lot.
We did. Everything was bad. The house, school, the other kids. We didn't have much money, and I was always alone.
You do know that your mother would love to have been with you, don't you? She had to go out to work to earn money.
She wouldn't have had to if Dad
Why
was
am I
still
giving this
around.
kid therapy?
And how do you get along with
I don't
her
even
now?
like him.
I'm always happy when we do something together on vacation. She has more time for me now, and I like my boarding school. I have lots of friends, and the teachers aren't so bad.
Your mother and Professor Lucien seem to be
Oh.
on very good terms
shit.
with each other. Don't you like him?
Hint of jealousy there.
I could be on you, Dad.
If
if
you
you
Dad.
arrange to
Very
push
nice.
Lucian
guess.
overboard.
Push him over Lydia. and we're
Lady
done.
Westmacott is all by herself in the saloon. Maybe you'd like to visit her
Oh,
later.
Lydia, old
Sure, the
faithful.
lady tells exciting
Oh,
stories.
big
I
old
know.
Lydia.
She's my favorite, right?
Ride
She
like a
told me that
dream.
it's not much fun to write detective novels. She'd rather
I
write
wonder what the
something else.
Ms.
But
the
her
Ms
fans always
stands
want the
for.
same thing.
Must
They
be
made
like,
her rich and famous.
I
I'll
told
look
her
it
to write what she wants to write. If it's good, someone will buy it. And if not, at least she had fun writing it. Then she smiled and nodded. She said it was a good idea.
What are you
What you
playing?
made?
there?
Mediterranean
I'm playing
Sea, I think
shuffleboard.
maybe.
Really?
At least I'm
Oh.
trying to.
Never played it
Mothership.
before.
It's easy. Professor Lucien explained it to me.
And who won?
We didn't play.
You didn't want to play with him, did you?
Motor shit?
Do you want to play a game with me?
Sure.
Motorship. Maybe that makes more sense.
I think you'll have to explain the rules to me first.
Okay.
Motorship
you play
makes
with
way
the
more
blue
sense.
pucks and I play
Yeah.
with the red ones.
I did think, like, does
You
that mean you
have to
can
push
only
the
go along the
pucks with
Mediterranean
this
Sea?
stick
It's not allowed to go
into the
anywhere else?
zone over there and score as many points as possible.
Sounds easy. How many pucks do I have?
6. Now here comes the kicker. First it's your turn, then mine, and so on. But everyone is allowed to shoot the other person's pucks.
It is
out of
Pam
the
Day. It's Pam Day. Bam.
Then
Yeah.
let's get started.
zone. Oh yeah.
Bam.
What are we playing for?
I thought we'd just play for fun.
That's boring. We have to bet something. Otherwise it isn't fun.
You English
All
people.
right, whoever wins.
So I'll bet my brand new slingshot. And
Oh, and
you?
we're gonna
I
need that,
don't
aren't we,
want
with
to
the
gamble.
stones?
How about
So we've got to win
ice
this.
cream in Cairo?
Okay. If I win, I get the slingshot. If I lose, I get an ice cream in Cairo.
Hey!
Okay.
Never try to cheat Matt Miller. So, what do you say? Ice cream versus slingshot?
All right. Let the games begin.
All right, got to win this. Got to win that goddamn slingshot. Wheel, wheel. I don't know how to play. Hiya! What the fuck? Well,
What the fuck?
what is happening? Okay, I think I've got to go like.
Do you want to try grab it? What are you doing?
I don't know, but look, he is technically helping me get close.
You're ruining this game, Lydia.
like,
Oh,
wait.
you don't. Click on hold.
Oh, like that.
Oh my god.
Okay, so like that.
Okay,
Now
well,
I know how to play. Pro plays. Pro plays.
I think you have played an interesting game here.
I mean, technically, I'm winning. I'm closest. Look, I
I don't think you are winning.
I pushed them all along.
You're going to push yourself into the minus 10.
No, I don't want that, do I?
You get 6 each.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Okay, look, maybe I can skim past. Like, look at this pro play. Wow! All right, maybe, just maybe, I've got to play this game again. And now I'll know exactly what to do. Can I bounce? Is it like... No, there's no bouncing.
It's not that game. That old school, like... I think you're going to get a minus 10 here.
That's the worst game ever.
Rats.
Haha, I win. That's one ice cream for me.
You've been practicing.
One more
This
time.
time, I'll win.
Nah, I doubt that.
Okay, now I actually know how to play. I'm
Oh
too
my
powerful.
God.
I'm too fucking powerful. Oh, plug
Oh
it in.
my god. Matt, he's gonna kick your ass.
Ah!
What are you doing? Why didn't you do that hard and knock him out? Oh my god.
It's okay. It's okay. I got this. I got this. All right. See?
Now you're on.
18.
No. Yes.
Okay. All right.
He's on 20 and you're on. Now you're on 4 and he's on 29. Oh my god, rip.
I don't think I'm gonna win. Oh, if he can stay in the -10 bit, does that count as -10? He's on 38. Oh, I'm shit. Wait, one more time. One more time. One
Okay,
more time.
now you know it.
Okay,
Scores
now
are
I
on the
know
right
it. Now I
down
know
there.
it. I can do
Scores
it.
on the right at the bottom.
How is Lydia this bad at games? Excuse me. I'm
Shuffleboard.
a pro
Win again.
gamer,
That's
all
another
right?
ice cream.
I just...
That's another ice cream.
This time
Hastings,
I'll win.
by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
donated.
I doubt
Your cat.
My cat, my son.
How does a cat speak?
It's like...
Meow. Are you finished, Mama? Have you picked up my sister yet, Mama? Can you pop by the shops on the way home and get some salmon so I know you still love my mama? That is the weirdest, creepiest cat message. I think cats shouldn't be allowed to speak.
It's because your voice
They're
is
too
weird.
creepy.
You
They're
did
creepy.
A weird
Cats
voice.
are creepy.
You did a weird voice. Ow, hello. Like, what cat would talk like that? Really? Thank you very much, Hastings. I appreciate that lovely donation. My clever, clever son. Thank you.
Oh god, that kid's gonna get diabetes from all the ice cream.
Right,
I think talking cats are never not creepy, are they? They're always so smart as well.
Wait, who's a talking cat? What
They're
do
all
we
over
have
the
for-
place, like Sabrina.
Oh, I love Salem. Salem's awesome in Sabrina.
I don't know. It's a bit of a wise ass. It's like the smartest character. I hate it.
Who else is a talking cat?
Oh, that's
This
bad.
guy is just
You're gonna have to
incredible.
knock that one off. You're gonna have to knock him out of the tens. You see,
Or do that.
it's not gonna work.
All right, next one. I'll knock him out
Okay.
with my fists and his stupid little ginger face. All right.
Getting there. Oh,
Yeah.
see that helps us.
Okay, and now I'll just...
We're ahead, so we just need to not.
Oh, God. I'm just trying to push his last one out without pushing his other one
36
in.
to 24. Okay, this is fun. We win.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. We win. Oh, how many more has he got? We got this.
Hooray!
Well
That's
done.
it.
There's
Oh,
7.
man.
The athlete wins the day.
One more time.
No, that's enough for me.
All right.
Here's your slingshot.
Here,
Are you sure?
gambling
mean to
debts
take it
are
from
debts
him.
of honor.
Oh, Matt. What
Oh,
a kid,
Matt,
huh?
you
What a
little
good
I'll
kid.
give it back to you when I
prick.
don't need it anymore. Okay?
Okay, but make
Jerry
sure my
Bean
mom
Man
doesn't
also
catch you with
donated
it.
200
She
bits.
thinks it's dangerous.
You guys bully this poor Swiss boy. He can't help what pervy kinks he has.
That's true.
Thank you, Jerry. He can't help what he feels.
As soon as he wins, no more games. Well, we do owe him technically 2 ice creams.
Two ice creams.
What's the value of an ice cream in slingshots? Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
What's the exchange rate slingshots to ice cream?
I think a slingshot's way better than ice cream.
Miss Miller and the professor are
I love
talking
weighing up
intensely.
things
She
in value of
seems
other
pretty
things.
relaxed
Yeah?
by
Is
her
that something you like
standards.
to do in your
Yeah.
spare time? Slingshot.
So, like back in the day, like a gold, an ounce of gold,
Yes.
so a gold coin, would buy you a good suit. Okay, and a bag of coin, a bag of gold,
Yeah.
will buy you a house.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like, and that's still kind of not quite the same today. Like
Within
an ounce of
inflation.
gold today is $1,000
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
About £1,000 or £800, something like that. So yeah,
That would buy you a really nice
a really
suit.
good suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bag of it
Bag of gold,
would buy you
shit house,
shit house deposit.
maybe.
Yeah, like a little like little one bed somewhere.
Yeah,
So what do you think has more value, a slingshot or 2 ice creams?
exactly. You know?
I mean, as a 30-year-old adult, a slingshot doesn't really have any value to me whatsoever. So I'd say 2 ice creams were worth more.
Yeah. I mean, you can convert them into a currency, but then that confuses it even more, right?
Because I think the slingshot would be worth more than the ice cream, unless it's from those expensive ice cream vans that get you 99 my ass. They're not 99 anymore. They're like £3.
I know, and if you're in like Cairo, though, you know, in the 60s, a fancy ice cream parlour, that might cost you like, you know, an old fatty boy Matt, he's going to want like a Knickerbocker Glory or some shit. That'll be like £4. 4 quid,
£8 just to shut him up.
£8
That
for a
slingshot
slingshot.
like £2.
You get a slingshot for £2.
Ice cream's worth more for sure, but it melts. Its value is so like time restricted.
Yes, a timed
It's a timed value, whereas a slingshot, that's fun forever.
As soon as you get that ice cream, the value is ticking away.
Every second, it's worth less.
And once you've eaten it, it's worth
no more
nothing.
value, whereas the slingshot retains its value.
Yeah, but eating the ice cream saves you value on other food. You know,
true,
so you don't have to buy lunch. You'll ruin your lunch.
Yeah.
Famously.
But you also will hinder your health with 2 massive ice creams.
But that again saves you like a couple of days or whatever of being 80, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
In the very long run.
Yeah.
You know, your health will be damaged, but that means you'll live less long and spend less money.
That's what
it means so you can
it.
spend that money forward a bit.
Okay, so you can die quicker because of the 2 ice creams.
Yeah, so like smoking cigarettes, you know, that shortens your lifespan. So you got enough money to spend on cigarettes.
Right.
You see?
So
cigarettes pay for themselves. Anyone who says, I quit smoking and saved all this money, no, you didn't.
You didn't, because you're living
That's not
longer.
how it works.
You're going to have to pay more for more food.
Yeah. It's simple economics, guys. Just play the bloody game. Shut up. Shut up.
Should we try to talk to them?
Good morning, Miss Miller.
They seem very
Professor
friendly.
They do.
Constable Zellner, how are you? I heard you passed out last night.
Well, not quite. I was poisoned.
Oh.
I'm better now. Well, last night. Last night.
Who do you mean
said,
by that?
Oh, baby, I feel so down.
That new raven.
The young man can't be the murderer. Constable Oliver had already apprehended him when the shot was fired.
You mean?
Whoever killed the Baroness is still on the loose.
I think I should take my leave. I'd like to rest for a while.
He's suspicious, isn't he?
One
Getting all
last question, Professor.
freaked out.
The safe in Legrand's cabin can only be opened with 3 keys. Am I right?
That's correct. We sent the first to Monsieur Mokhtar of the Egyptian Museum via air freight. I have one, and the inspector has the other.
But it was originally planned that someone else should carry the 3rd key, right?
You are well informed, Constable. Baroness von Trebitz should have had it. But then there were concerns. And for that reason, Inspector Legrand took it himself.
Was that
So if
his
he already
idea?
had the
Well,
key,
yes, you could say that. I want
you
to go back
didn't
to my
need
cabin.
kill her.
But did
I'll
someone,
see you
so
later,
did someone
Mary.
else think she still had it?
Of course.
And if she thought he was the murderer, she wouldn't have agreed to have a meeting with him.
No.
If she'd
She
seen
was
him
talking
murder
about someone else, isn't she? Someone else who thought she had the key. Who didn't realise it had been given to...
Do you reckon it was Mystery Guitar Man?
I
It's his
didn't
gun.
want to interrupt your conversation with
easy, it was his
Professor
gun.
Lucien so abruptly.
I
think
I
he's
don't know what's
suspicious.
wrong with him.
That
Learning
professor.
that there's still a
Yeah.
burglar on board seemed to frighten
Why did
him.
he suddenly
He
run
was so
away?
relaxed the whole time, and then...
And then the stupid Swiss constable came by and made him anxious.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No matter. I'm sure he'll calm down and come back soon enough. May I ask you a few questions?
Of course.
Right.
Are you free tonight?
How is Matt? He seems happy enough.
After all the commotion, he's already back to his old
Promise
self
not to
again.
poison
but
it.
I haven't told him about the murder. That would be a bit too much for him.
I think he's made of sterner stuff.
I want to thank you again
He'd
for
love
what
a
you did on
murder.
the train. I wouldn't have
You'd
known.
love a murder.
Everything's
It would be
fine.
terrifying if someone got murdered on a boat. You'd no
Think
escape.
nothing of it.
So we rescued Matt.
How
from
was
the other
last
train.
night for you?
It was awful. I was having a conversation with Edgar, Professor Lucien.
here on the forecastle. Then I wanted to look for the lady and went forward via
Forecastle.
the side deck. When
Why
I
is
passed
it-
the Baroness's
I
cabin,
would never say
heard
that
a
out loud
muffled
if I was
scream.
reading that.
You heard a scream?
Yes. I thought the Baroness probably had a fall. I went to the door and listened for a moment. Since I couldn't hear anything, I knocked on the door and asked whether she was all right.
Okay.
There was no answer.
Interesting.
She had a scream.
And then?
I didn't know what to do, so I tried to open the door. It was locked. I saw the Baroness's butler, Mr. Inch, on the forecastle. I thought he might have the key and went back. On the way, the Bobby crossed my path, and then
Bobby.
Edgar, who wanted to check the safe. I explained the situation to him, and then the alarm went off.
She said Bobby.
God, that's
like a
what's going on with her. Well, sorry, I didn't really follow any of that bananas chat that she just said, but I'm sure it's important. Were you keeping notes?
She was walking past
The
and she
forecastle.
heard her scream. She knocked on the door, but there was no answer, so she went out to the butler thinking he would have a key.
Right.
How did the scream sound?
It was a short outcry, very frightened, as if someone had been startled.
Was it a woman's voice?
Yes, the voice was high.
So it could have been a scream from the Baroness. Possibly because she discovered someone in her cabin.
Possibly.
That person might have threatened her with a weapon, so that she wouldn't scream for help.
Oh, God.
He waited until the coast was clear.
Oh, please, stop it, Mr. Zellner.
Mm-hmm. The Baroness's butler said that he was on the forecastle as well?
Yes, he was standing on the other side of the deck smoking a cigarette.
Was he on the forecastle the whole time?
I'm not sure. He was there, and later he was on the side deck with us. Oh, yes, he looked after you while you were unconscious. He unbuttoned your collar and held your head while the
did
doctor
take our
checked
pants
you.
off.
But you
He
can't say
unbuttoned
for
your
certain
trousers,
whether he came from the
whipped them right
forecastle
down
with
your
you and
ankles.
Professor Lucien, or afterwards.
Well, no. But where else could he have come from?
Look, I mean, the problem is that we're talking about the wrong time frame here.
Because we know that she was killed earlier than everyone else thinks.
Yeah, so we're looking at these alibis all wrong.
Did you report that to Inspector Legrand?
Yes, last night. He was very interested and took a lot of notes. But I wanted to look for Lady Westmacott, and he let me go without further delay. He said that he'd take down my full statement today.
I understand.
Do
We
you
need a
think the
timeline.
man from the train
Yeah.
also killed the Baroness, Constable Zellner?
I don't know yet.
It's horrible. Explosions, thieves, murderers. This isn't the right place for a lady and a little boy.
You
Well,
and Professor
suck it up.
Lucien seem
Suck it
to
up,
be
bitch.
having a lively conversation.
Oh, we're so jealous, aren't we?
Oh, yes. He's an expert in
We wanted to
ancient
tap
Egyptian
that.
art and preeminent in hieroglyphic research. He's the
expert
head
in
of the
ancient
Egyptian
mysteries.
department in the British Museum, you know. And he's going to open an exhibition at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
Well, I've got more to love, lady.
For the eye.
They had planned on exhibiting both jewels together for the first time in decades, but that's not going to happen now, sadly. I think it's quite upsetting for him.
We're working hard to ensure that at least one eye will be on display.
I know. I'll ask Lady Westmacott if she'd like to participate in the opening of the exhibition. I think it would be good for her.
And Professor Lucien will surely offer you a private tour.
Yeah, I bet you will. Private tour of his dick.
You're
Are you American?
aren't you?
That's correct.
And you moved to
It's a
England
private
because-
showing in my
I
cabin.
lived in England before. During the Second World War, I volunteered. I worked in a pharmacy on a U.S. base north of London.
In a pharmacy. Interesting.
Well, it was the war and everyone was sent where they could help best.
Please
Oral
go on,
hydrate.
Mrs. Miller.
After the war, I studied music in London. I
Violin.
met my husband there.
Ah.
We married and went back to the States together.
He was also American?
No, English. But he said he had problems with his family and he wanted to be as far from them as possible.
And you
Yeah.
gave up your studies for him.
Well, yes, I did.
Wait, is he still on
Life
in the
as
picture?
a single mother couldn't have
He's
been
dead.
easy.
It was pretty tough then. I worked from morning till night and it was still only enough for the bare necessities. And I couldn't give Matt all the attention he needed.
And then Lady Westmacott entered your life.
It was like an angel appeared to me. She must have offered me the position out of pity. I had no experience as a carer. She made me a generous offer. I couldn't believe it. And she really adores Matt. She's offered him a good education, and now he has every opportunity in life.
An
That's nice.
almost unbelievable story.
I'm still afraid that it's a dream and that I'll wake up one day.
Is it suspicious? Like, is that suspicious in any way? Did the old lady get her involved on purpose?
How does it feel to work for such a world-famous person?
The work is very interesting and varied, and it pays well, too.
You are very lucky that the lady offered the position to you.
I just hope she won't change her mind one day. What would become of Matt's education then? I really make an effort
she's
to
more
measure
likely
up
to
to
die.
Lady Westmacott's expectations.
Change her
But
mind.
sometimes I
She's
feel like I
loaded.
fall short.
Lady Westmacott couldn't ask for a better companion.
I'm saving up as much money as I can all the same.
She
I'd do
seems nice.
anything so that Matt
Yeah.
doesn't have to give up his new life.
I'd do anything. Murder?
Lady Westmacott dropped a hint on the train that she killed her hero, Partout. What did she mean by that?
Oh, she must have meant the manuscript.
Manuscript?
She always takes it with her. It's an unpublished Partout novel. I once asked her why she never published it. She said that according to her will, the novel's only to be published after her death.
And in it, Partout will be killed?
Maybe. I've never read it. No one has. You'd better ask her yourself.
If you worked in a pharmacy,
So Arthur
you would
Conan
certainly
Doyle-
know something about medicines and poisons.
Everything is a potential poison, Constable. It depends on the dose.
Have you ever heard of chloral hydrate?
It's a tranquilizer, isn't it?
I'm asking you.
Lady Westmacott also asked questions like that for her last novel. But since I've never wanted to
Oh my
kill
God,
anyone,
everyone
I
could
never
be a
bothered with
Everyone's a
things
bit
like
suspicious, aren't
strychnine and
they?
arsenic and all that. I could recommend something for a headache, a sore throat, or a rash.
That's kind of you, but there's really no need.
I have
you
got
seen
this
it?
rash on my inner
Would you like
thigh.
to see it inside my cabin later?
So
Say 9?
bring the chloroform.
Maybe Miss Miller has found something of a soulmate in the
damn it.
archaeologist. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee that the two of them will end up together. People with low self-esteem tend to sabotage
it's a bit
their own
deep.
happiness.
Wow.
Wow, it's deep.
So they both not feel good enough for each other.
They don't I feel like they...
Bad one, isn't it?
So sad. Unfortunately. Yeah, a bit weird he said unfortunately. All right, hello. Wake up. Feels bad, man. Yeah.
What do you want?
Inspector Legrand is questioning the first of the passengers in the saloon.
And?
It will be hours before he gets to the stowaway.
And?
We'll save time if I question him.
And
Would also save time if you stopped asking me the same things over and over again. I will not let you in. What time is it, by the way?
Got an appointment?
No, but I'm hungry.
Go and get yourself something. I'll mind the door in the meantime.
Let's bring him some fried bread.
Ah,
Let's bring him some fried bread,
fried
Lydia.
bread.
No.
Fried bread.
Oh my God. What kind of
So,
food do you like?
What do you want to eat?
oh, anything. An apple or something like that.
Leave it with me.
Yeah, thanks.
Fried bread?
Fried bread? You want some fried bread?
Fried bread?
Fried bread.
Oh my God, he's got water. We could drug him.
The little
Yeah, that's-
stones make
let's drug his
perfect
water.
ammunition for the slingshot.
Okay,
Now
we'll
I
drug him.
just need a suitable target.
What do we have? Pillowcase, audio tape. Right. Well,
So we've got slingshot. So okay, we need to shoot something with the slingshot.
yeah, hit
We
something.
can smash
Smash something.
something. Like, what would you smash with a slingshot?
A window? Distract someone?
Mr. Kreutzer, come on, you have to give me a bit more. You're the only one who was on the train and who has no alibi for last night.
As I said, I was in my cabin.
Are you sure that it was your cabin and not the Baroness's?
Legrand will question the guests, one after another. But if he doesn't get the answers that he wants to hear, it could become unpleasant for them.
All right.
Pop,
You.
pop, pop, pop.
Dun, dun,
Mr.
dun.
Kreutzer clearly feels uneasy. But does
He's too
Legrand
obvious, isn't he?
actually think he's
Too
the
obvious.
Raven?
This guy's obviously shady, but it would be too obvious
Mr.
to be
Kreutzer.
him.
Legrand is absorbed in the
Okay.
interrogation.
We need to
He
get
still
some
seems
fried bread.
pretty annoyed.
Fried bread.
The
Okay.
Where is
violinist
fried
seems to be
bread?
bearing the brunt of it.
Where is a Mars bar or an apple? Is there anything on the food tray?
Lady Westmacott,
we ask her
may
quickly
I
about.
bother
Oh
you
yeah.
for a moment?
Oh, the manuscript.
By all
Yeah,
means,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Zellner.
Did Miss Miller cope with all the excitement?
I think so. But what happened on the train was quite a shock for her. She wouldn't be able to go on if something happened to Matthew.
She's worried about him.
He's all she has. It breaks her heart that he lives at a boarding school and can't always be with her. But she sets her wishes and needs aside so that he can get a good education. That's her
Steal her
way.
food. She can't chase you.
Where is Matthew's father?
Gone. Run off. ran away from his problems again. He drank a lot. More and more after each setback. It's better for both of them this way.
He left her.
She couldn't have borne it. She loved him and wanted to stick by him. She fell out with her family over him. They couldn't understand her. And when he left her, the ground opened up beneath her feet. For 2 weeks, she was as good as dead. If she didn't have Matthew, she'd be dead.
You seem to know a lot about it. I mean, about the time before Miss Miller began working for you.
I have my reasons.
And Matthew, do you care as deeply about the children of your other employees?
If you fail with your own child, you hope to do better with others.
Is she her mum?
No.
No?
But her son might be the
one who ran away.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And the idea
That
to
makes
send
sense.
Matt to a boarding school
was mine. Matthew idolized his father and blamed his mother for the fact that he wasn't
Right, the
around
husband,
anymore.
yeah.
I was afraid the situation would escalate if he had to live on a country estate alone with his mother and some old people. I think I was right. He quickly
Yeah.
made friends at boarding school.
It's like Harry
he's
Potter.
Popular, well liked.
Well, he's more like
A real
Ron
athlete,
Weasley.
according to his teachers. And
Little-
his
little shit.
relationship with his
Little
mother has
shit.
improved as well.
Little chubby
He's
ginger
headed in the right
bastard.
direction.
What about your valuable
Miss Miller told me
Yeah.
that you have a valuable manuscript with you.
That is correct.
An unpublished Part 2 novel. The manuscript must be worth a fortune.
Oh, it's not just any Part 2 novel. I wrote it 20 years ago. But it will only be published after my death. It's Part 2's last case. Maurice Part 2 dies.
You're going to kill him off?
I already have. And I enjoyed it.
Madam.
I was so sick of writing one Part 2 novel.
So this is
after
what happened
another.
with Arthur Conan Doyle
I was keen to
for Sherlock Holmes.
stick a
Oh.
knife in his guts.
Well, after he
And
died,
so,
the
20
novel
years
got released.
ago,
Not after he died, no.
of course, I didn't want to
He
disappoint
did it when
my
he
fans.
was
So
his-
I let him solve case after case.
As in,
just
wait.
in the middle.
At least I
Oh,
was certain
the
that
middle.
he'd never escape
How's he die
me.
in the middle?
That in the
Well, we
end,
killed him off, but
I
then it was such a
would get him.
disaster for him that he had to bring
I
it back.
Oh,
understand.
really?
Let's
Oh, shit.
just hope
I've
that
never
this
read-
novel
read a
remains
Sherlock Holmes.
unpublished for many more years.
I should.
Yeah.
I think all detectives get eventually killed off, don't they, by their respective authors?
Well, sometimes like people want to kill off their hero so no one else can fuck it up, kind of thing. They're very protective of it, so no one else can take control of it. And
Once they pass away, it can't be.
but obviously, poor old Sherlock Holmes, because because it was written before all the copyright stuff, he's passed out of copyright, and anyone can do any old shit with it now. Which is why we have some really, really good stuff like Sherlock, and some really crap stuff like Watson and Holmes, that comedy thing that
Oh,
came out
God,
this
that
year.
was-
It was garbage.
Oh, that was terrible, wasn't it?
There's constantly like, it's good in a way that like, but also bad in a way, but mostly good.
It's
But
like if you want to do anything to do with horror, you have to get
anything older than Mickey Mouse is basically kind of
Mickey Mouse,
free copyright.
right,
but
okay.
since Mickey Mouse, like Disney's been extending the deadline, you see,
Yeah.
and so it's now like 70, 80, 100 years till it could expire.
Yeah, because usually, well, like, yeah, Agatha Christie, you've got to ask Christie's family for permission to do anything to do with Poirot now. I
Yeah.
think they're quite protective over it.
Well, I think because it all falls into that post era. Yeah, it's because people don't want. I think it's because Disney still very extensively use Mickey Mouse in their kind of branding and stuff, and they don't want it to just pass into the public domain and anyone can make use of it.
Well, it's, yeah.
And as a result, I
They
think
use it
that
constantly.
it does seem like a reasonable thing, but yeah, they need to extend it again in 2024.
Oh.
Apparently, says King Tippy.
Not that long to go then.
But there's a good reason for it not to be extended, you know. A little bit like generic drugs and stuff and having patents on them and things like this. It does allow things that pass into the public domain that should be anyway. It's an interesting thing.
Oh, it's interesting.
But yeah.
How did he bring him back to life after he killed off Sherlock midway?
I think they just, did a classic, all these things. Oh, I wasn't really dead.
I was pretending
It was a whole,
to
there
make
was a
Moriarty
mystery.
show himself.
Yeah, exactly. The body was in fact a dummy.
Double. Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they've done it a billion times. How hard is it to bring a hero back from the death? Never hard.
Oh, that's interesting.
Never actually died. It was a
Never
ruse.
actually died. Someone made a good point. What if her manuscript is like something that the Raven's
How
really
is
after?
the questioning going?
Are you
Actually,
implying
Skidoo
that
might be right. I think it might be that he wrote a load of prequels after that. He wrote a load of adventures that happened before he
He's the
died.
only one who was on the train and who doesn't have an alibi
Prequels
for
before
last
he died.
night.
Perhaps. But him?
Yeah.
The murderer?
I
So
know
he
people
set
like
them
him.
all before the death. Right,
He doesn't have
okay.
enough backbone to kill someone in cold blood and remain so calm. He'd turn it into a drama and then a farce. Drink himself insensible and then
fried bread.
railing at
Fried bread.
pitch himself
Fried
into
bread.
the sea.
Fried
Forget
bread.
him.
Fried bread.
Legrand is wasting
Fried
his
bread.
time. Mr. Kreutzer just happens to be a perfect fit for the inspector's image of the Raven.
Athletic, cultured, moves among the rich and famous.
I'll eat his violin if he's the Raven or the murderer.
I have to be going, Lady
Yeah, he
Westmacott.
doesn't have enough
Please keep me
charisma for
informed,
either.
Constable Zelda.
Unless it's
Of
all
course.
an act.
Okay, he's a red herring. Old violin boy.
Old violin lad. Okay, where is the fried bread at? Fried bread? Tasting sweet.
Whatever Constable Oliver wants, he's getting ham and eggs.
So yeah, he's definitely
Just a pinch of salt for our
so
friendly
a sprinkle of chlorine.
Why would you do that? How much salt?
He's trying to give him
Trying to give him heart
high
disease.
blood pressure, so he'll pass out. when you go
Constable
inside.
Oliver. Huh? Ham and eggs, piping hot.
And he's not got his heart tablets.
I don't see anyone here who'd rebuke you. It was a hard night.
Yeah, true. Oh, delicious.
Well, that's it.
Just
Fatty,
enough
eat it
salt.
up. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was good of you. Cheers.
You don't expect me to wash your dirty dishes as well, do you?
Oh, of course not, Your Majesty. Oh, that was a proper meal and no mistake.
What? All that for? Okay.
I know what we
The
have to
constable
do.
is quenching his thirst with a bottle of water. You'll have a problem when it's empty, but I can't wait that long. Constable Oliver brought something to drink. You can tell it's not the first time he's had to guard something. The bottle should be full of water, unless the good constable happens to have a secret alcohol problem. No way to verify that. I can't get the bottle without him noticing. The bottle should be full of water.
Let's shoot the bottle.
The
With the
little
slingshot.
stones make perfect ammunition for the slingshot.
How come he doesn't stay in there?
The little stones make perfect
Maybe you could
ammunition
just-
for the slingshot. Now I just need a suitable target.
Oh. No,
You
it's
just
weird.
pick the slingshot, not the stones. If we smash it, then he's gonna have to go and get a new one,
Yeah.
and we can sneak in.
Aha, crafty.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Oh shit!
Oh
Hey,
well.
Zelda, what in blazes was that?
What?
Something hit me!
You mean someone shot at you?
Yes, well, no. I don't know. Didn't you notice anything?
I was riveted by the fantastic view. We Swiss aren't used to seeing the horizon like this.
Fucking point and clicks.
Oh, I love it.
And my bottle's broken too. Oh, I don't believe this.
Then we go and get him more food,
Could
right,
you,
fatty?
Could you bring me something to drink? Those ham and eggs were pretty salty.
I'm sorry. I have to proceed with my investigations. Goodbye. Let's see how long he can resist his thirst.
Just stand there watching him.
Like 2 seconds.
Not
Like,
long at all.
He's just spent this entire time being like, you can't go anywhere near here, and he just
Oh my
gets
god,
up
we
and
just
walks.
walked over. In we go.
Okay.
Oh, back in here again. Fuck.
Nervous?
This poor
I
guy.
would be too in your position.
Who is he?
Who are you?
My name is Adil. And you are?
Constable Zellner. Why did you sneak onto the ship, Adil?
I wanted to go back home.
You're Egyptian?
There's no work for me in Italy. I want to see my family again.
And since you don't have money, you stowed away.
So what if I did?
What were you searching for on deck last night?
I was hiding the whole evening. I wanted to go out and get some fresh air, see the stars. But then suddenly, they were looking for me.
Were you in one of the cabins?
No!
Did you see anyone on the deck or on the roof?
No!
And after we arrested you?
The English policeman put me in this cell. Then he left. I've been here ever since.
And you didn't notice anything along the way?
No, nothing.
So, it was you who knocked me out?
Me? Never.
No? Where were you when I was attacked?
Well, I couldn't take anything with me on this trip, so I snuck into the kitchen and took some canned goods.
Interesting. And how do you know when I was attacked?
Well, I thought it was yesterday, shortly before we set sail.
I take this bump personally. What about the gunshot?
Yeah, I think it was him.
Yes. The English policeman had already arrested me. We heard a bang and looked around.
And then?
Then, the Bobby was in a hurry to get rid of me. He almost pushed me down the stairs and locked me in here. He left, and then a short time later, the alarm went off.
Constable Oliver wasn't with you anymore when the alarm went off?
No. I was scared that the ship would sink with me sitting here like a rat in a trap.
What is wrong with his accent?
It's hard for me to believe a single word of your story.
Because I'm a foreigner?
Because you seem to have learned our language in the space of a day.
Yeah, when he was speaking
Accent-free.
before, he wasn't
Believe
talking like
what
that.
you want.
He was acting like he couldn't understand them yesterday.
What is his accent? He sounds like a fucking
He sounds a
American.
He's got an American accent, doesn't he? But definitely when they found him, he was all like acting like he didn't understand what was going, like he couldn't
Who
speak
paid
English.
you to distract
Whereas now
us?
he's like fluid.
You went for
So
a
he was
walk
faking.
around the deck and let yourself be seen. Everyone goes off hunting you, and in the meantime, your partner shoots the Baroness in peace.
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't want to distract anyone. I just want to go home.
You're a liar, and a bad one.
This
at
is
that.
bullshit. Why would you? Why would you stow away
And I'm
back
the
from
Raven.
Italy to Egypt?
Inspector Legrand will deal with you. He's lying like a cheap rug, but he probably doesn't know
maybe he does wanna
anything
just go
about the
home.
murder. Very disappointing. So I have to keep searching. What interests me most is the shot that was fired here in the cargo hold last night.
Yeah, the crate with the bullet hole.
Whoever fired the shot hit the crate.
Right, we
Did
need.
the shooter just want to or maybe he needed the bullet.
He needed the bullet?
Can't see.
Oh
and
my
if the bullet
God.
is still stuck in the wood, it's too deep to
The
reach with my
doctor.
fingers.
What? Oh, because he was comparing bullets. Was he?
Maybe the doctor wanted the. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, where was the other? Was there another bullet fired at some point?
Well, there was the bullet that shot her and a bullet that was fired down here.
Because the gun had 2 bullets fired from it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You found the gun and it had 2 bullets fired.
Yeah.
One was in what's her name, but the doctor might have wanted the bullet to switch out. Do you see what I mean?
Switch them out. What? So shoot in there, take the bullet, so he could switch them
To make it seem like
it was from that guy's gun, the violinist, rather than him.
yeah.
He needed the bullet to give to the inspector.
Maybe there's a second gun. Do you see what I mean?
No. The bullet hole is
Give us
too
a little.
small for the tongs.
We'll have a little walk around this place instead. Lockers, there you go.
The cargo hold also seems to, at least for the ones who...
We already had
A
that
stroke
open.
of luck. The lock is open.
Toolbox.
Oil-stained overalls. And here, an old toolbox. It's been through a lot. Hardly any paint, dented, and the lid is held shut by a wire.
A wire. We can use
I'll
that to
take it with me.
open
The wire to open his room.
this door.
Yeah.
Some wrenches, a bit of
Screwdriver.
wire wool, an oily cloth, and here, a screwdriver.
Always used to have some tools.
I've
Can
got
we
the
screwdriver?
That's all I need.
Can we screwdriver out the
That's assuming there is one in there.
Well, I think the bullet is still in the wood.
Is it or not?
I'm not a weapons specialist, but at first sight, I'd say that this bullet looks exactly
So it
the
is
same
there.
as
Okay.
the one Dr. Gebhardt gave me for Legrand. That would mean that the murderer also fired a shot here in the cargo
If he
hold
fired a shot, but it
before
wasn't
the
to
murder.
collect the bullet to switch the bullet out.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do
Did
that?
they just want to make sure the old guns still worked? Or was it something else? And
We
did
didn't
the
hear any
bullet really
noise.
come from
It wasn't
the
like any
same
arguing.
gun? I can only check that in Legrand's cabin.
Right. Well,
We need to
that
check out
wire-
both bullets and compare them to see if they
I
came
don't
from the same gun.
Okay. Well, let's go and break into his room.
The young man is...
He's lying like a
Maybe.
cheap rug.
Okay. Let's just. Is there anything worth? Just do a sweep of down here as I'm down here. Just see if there's anything.
Him. Ham and eggs.
Somebody
if you
put
didn't
the
want
trunk back on the shelf.
believe you didn't want
I can't tell whether it
fried
was
bread.
our young friend or someone
fried
else.
bread.
Just do a
Fried bread.
I could take one of the saws with me as a souvenir. On the other hand, it'd remind me of my...
Your inelegant escape.
Right.
Yeah, alright.
Let's go break into his room.
Alright.
Ooh, to record the sound.
Oh, to record the sound of the gunshot and play it back.
And then you just play it.
Oh my god.
I noticed that the door was unguarded. I just wanted to make
Oh my
sure
God, that's
that everything
brilliant.
was all right.
Tell it to Legrand. He's expressly forbidden anyone to speak to the witness before he does.
What do you want to say?
Shut up.
All right.
Shut up.
Let's go to Legrand and tell him what happened. You fell asleep and then you left the door unguarded. Well, are we going? Hmm?
No, but don't try it again.
Of course not.
Would you like some ham and eggs, Fatty?
That's brilliant. So they shot the gun, recorded it, killed her earlier, and then left the tape so it played. So they were probably, whoever it was probably with us at the time, right? And,
Yeah.
and the sound was just played.
Playing the sound of a gunshot, though. The gunshot's very, very loud. How could you...
Volume up to 11.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you'd have
Feels-
to steal the tape back again because it said the tape was missing, didn't it?
Yeah.
And he still didn't have a drink. Speakers.
The lock isn't especially...
Alright, let's crack this bad boy open.
Oh, I hope it's like a little puzzle. Give me that puzzle! Okay.
Alright.
What's it? Ah. Am I... What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the actual fuck?
Oh, maybe you need to
What?
bend the wire so it can go through the hole.
But it won't... What's it? Can you push it in? Am I being stupid here? Like, can you try? I can't get it to go in.
Oh, weird. What is this? What is this? Okay.
So they've got to match those holes?
Maybe you don't need to get it to go. Maybe you just need to, like, vaguely...
Make it match what's happening there. So, middle one, little one, bigger one, slightly smaller, bigger one, biggest of all the biggests, and then a mid one.
Like that? Oh, it's more. Oh dear. This looks very bad.
Very fiddly.
W,
There's no
yeah.
skip button.
I'm out of practice.
Right.
That's it. I've got a solution.
What's the solution?
The lock isn't especially secure.
That's the solution.
How does it go in? Like...
Wait, how do we start inserting it into the lock?
Ah!
Oh.
So you just got. Okay, so that's one.
I see. Okay.
Nice.
That looks better. And then higher, slightly there, like slightly higher, like that. Maybe it's like that.
Almost. That one needs to be.
So this one needs to be. Sorry, this. What's it? Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, this is not the worst. Just need to have. Oh, I'm just doing it all wrong. Okay, so this one's fine. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one's fine. Or does it need to be like? Am I just an idiot hole?
So, the second one needs to be bigger. Sorry, the second one from coming in from the right.
Oh, I see this
That
one here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So in fact, it's not to do with that. It's like the smaller they are, the bigger the peaks need to be.
Okay, to push because they needed more of a push.
Yeah. So this needs to be a small one, I guess. This face this.
So now that little one, that real small bump needs a higher one. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
What am I
Oh,
doing?
that was too much. That was too much. You
No.
were right moving that one. You moved. No, right. No, right. No, right.
Shit. Sorry. Do you want? Let's just put that one up now. Oh, they all just need to be higher, I think. They could just put them all to the top.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the puzzle.
Do they need to be in line
I think those little blobs need to be in line with the
black?
With the black, yeah.
I see. So they're all too high.
Yeah.
They're all too high now. I'm fucking this up. I'm sorry, Lydia. Do you want to take over?
It's okay. You got this.
So what? Like that bit there is
Yeah,
fine.
that one's right. So that one's done.
But this one,
It's
but all the
too
rest
high.
of them are wrong. So
Yeah.
that's too high. This one's too low.
So a little bit lower.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's done.
That one's done.
So this
So
one
that's
needs to
a
be
little bit
higher. This
higher.
one needs to be lower.
A little bit higher.
Higher and lower. Okay.
Perfect. And now
And
just
then
those
these ones need to be both
both
lower.
Be a bit lower, yeah.
Is it this one?
Almost.
Yeah, and then that one next to it needs to be lower. Okay.
Oh.
Close enough.
Woohoo!
Oh.
Nicely done.
Oh, I had it almost. Has Lewis ever seen a lock before? I've never done locks. No. There's this guy on YouTube who does called the Lockpicking Lawyer. Does these videos where he like picks locks.
Really? That's cool.
He's amazing.
What?
What did he do for April Fools? Didn't he do something like he did like a really weird one for April Fools. I can't remember. Anyway, he's really interesting. Like he there's some of the locks are like so insecure. He can like crack them with like a credit card in like
Oh.
a second.
Because it's always like in TV shows, they always use like a hairpin, and they just like fiddle it around and the lock opens. It's like that doesn't really happen.
There's some incredibly.
I pressed go outside.
He picked his wife's beaver. That's right. Yeah.
He what?
His wife's beaver.
What?
Yeah.
Will
His wife had a beaver lock, and he picked it. He unlocked his wife's beaver. Yeah.
What? What the fuck is a beaver lock?
It's like a really shit lock. It's like, it's not a chastity belt. No.
I've never heard of that.
It was just like a joke. Oh my god, do we have to unlock it again?
No, it's fine.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine? It was like you gotta redo it.
A lock master and son.
Yeah, check it out. It's really funny. Really
What's his
funny.
name?
If I
Lockpicking
wanted to
Lawyer.
steal the eye, I'd concentrate on getting the 3 keys.
It's amazing
If
actually,
everything
like
goes
watching him
according
just
to
like
plan,
Jimmy open
the
these.
first
like,
time this
really
monster
secure
is
locks.
That's
opened, we'll
crazy.
be in the museum in Cairo.
Very like
Fingers crossed.
cool skill.
Well, sometimes like these lock companies just build these really cheap locks and sell them for mark them up.
Oh wait, maybe I have seen. Is it where he
Neatly
proves
folded
like he buys
and
these expensive
unused.
locks and he
Legrand
like
hasn't
just
slept
proves
since we
like,
took
Just
his
solves
stuff.
them all in like
Nor
no
on the
fucking time
train.
because they've got some massive design flaw
Oh,
where he
maybe
can just
I
like
have.
slide into the case.
I think I have seen because he just
Yeah.
has his hands and he'll like like break something and be like, right, done it.
Done. This one's open. This one's open. This one's open. Yeah.
Cool. Yes, I have seen that. It's really cool. And it'll be like a really expensive lock, which they say is impossible to break, and then he just does it in like 2 minutes.
It's really impressive because like you think he's gonna get stuck sometimes. You're like watching and you're like, oh, this one, he must get stuck on this one, but no, he just gets through them all like seconds.
And enlargements.
Oh yeah,
he seems
that
to
is
be
cool.
prepared for everything, with access to more resources than a normal detective.
We need to get that bullet and compare it.
Yeah.
We need to check that fire alarm.
Let's examine it.
Inspector Legrand. He does seem very well organised. Oh, this is a lot of info here.
Gosh. Okay, so straight away, what's this all about?
There's nothing written on the bottle. I suppose it's some sort of stimulant, legal or not. Legrand has been awake for at least 30 hours
He's doing
straight,
cocaine.
maybe more.
Oh God, has he got ham? Has he got fried bread in there? Because I could do with a bit.
Powdered fried bread.
Is there no in that thing on top right there, the breakfast?
Oh, I see. Just
really do with a bit of.
Just a line of powdered.
He's got the pipe there, you see, as well. That's the one that hit us on the head. The pipe. No, the pipe at the bottom.
Oh, right, yeah.
A different pipe.
I was like, the
yeah,
pipe,
the pipe.
yes.
For crack.
The old crack pipe.
Cracking people on the head. Confused. I'm really confused.
I want to see.
What's some fried bread?
It's Lydia fried bread.
What else are we investigating? There must be a file, right?
Aha.
Ah, the bullet.
That's the bullet the doctor removed from the Baroness's corpse.
I bet you we're going to have to use the microscope.
Either he wore gloves.
Gloves. Yeah, we know the
Legrand's
doctor wears
file
gloves.
on the Raven, centimeters thick, but totally useless. We're not dealing with the Raven. Why can't he see that? Our man is ruthless, a bomber, and quite probably a murderer.
Yeah.
This file belongs in a museum. It's history. The inspector should concentrate on the present.
Well done.
Well, yeah, you tell him.
I shudder to think what kind of a policeman on a murder investigation, the risk that he could miss evidence.
So he's off his tits on drugs.
He is. He's lost his fucking mind.
His mind's gone obsessed with the Raven.
Taken too many fucking drugs.
He's off his nut. He's not fit to be doing this investigation. Can I look at it?
Can we have a look at the fire alarm just a second? I really want to.
Another
That's why he's so
alarm.
obsessed
It
with the
was
Raven.
tripped at some point,
The
but there's
drugs.
no way to determine when.
Can we go in the bathroom?
Smells like chemicals.
Well,
Legrand
hell.
probably developed the photos in here. There are still fragments of the syringe that the inspector broke in the sink. Why is he pushing himself like this? Even if he catches the
syringe?
Raven,
Yeah, he
is
drugged
it
it
worth
with stimulus
ruining his
injection.
career and his
Oh,
health?
he's injecting himself. Christ.
What the fuck, Inspector? You're off the case.
You're off the case. You're not fit.
You're off the fucking case, Inspector.
Legrand must have taken an
All right, we're gonna have to stop.
We have to wrap it up, yeah.
Because we got coming up next, Duncan and Shin, I think, maybe playing Jalopy? Question mark. Stay tuned, everyone, for some of that, and then Illuminati might be in this evening.
Illuminati in the evening.
Stay tuned.
So we will be back next week with more of our lovely budget.
A
Poirot.
lovable, chubby
Poirot,
Poirot.
solving crimes,
Doing
looking up
drugs.
ladies' skirts and doing drugs.
Just being a general creep, eating fried bread.
Eating fried bread and doing little shimmy dances.
Yeah, see you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Have a fantastic
enjoy your
bank
Friday.
holiday and weekend and all that, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next week.
Me and I'll be back tomorrow with Leo and Rabs and maybe some Pedguin, and we'll fuck around on something. We're good. We might play some Minecraft or something. It'll be fun. So come back tomorrow for that. All right. Until then.
See you guys. Bye.
Farewell.